I literally haven't even turned on anything. I'm gonna turn on. I had to mess some. I've not streamed in the minutes. I don't remember how to do anything.
Bye, YouTube.
Hello.
Hello, YouTube. Hello, everybody.
I gotta reassign my chat thing again.
Oh, me and Jack are the only one with these little VTuber icons. Awesome.
Can I be racist in this live?
No, you cannot be
racist. Please.
I wish I could.
Please.
Try harder.
Oh.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
Boo hoo! Oh boo hoo! Okay.
No wait, we will do
Alright,
Wait,
GP.
it's been a
Do you
little
want me to
bit
stream
since I
real quick?
actually streamed properly, so I thought this would be a good way to actually get back into streaming properly.
Hi, YouTube.
Yeah.
I don't exactly have much
Hi,
to work on at
Jesus.
the moment. The most I have right now is no, I need split capture. I have to reset my split capture. So what I currently have at the moment is I'm currently working on a collab.
Ohio Tube.
This is just what I've been working on while I've been gone. So my plan for this is I'm gonna get all my I'm getting all my collab stuff done before I can return back to personal projects. But
To all
this is
the new people.
Ew, that looks like shit. That looks horrible. It looks terrible. You're so bad.
Anyway, so anyway,
Alright.
they're not here anymore. Anyway, now that we don't have them anymore.
And to the new people.
Okay, I'm gonna mute them.
To all the new people.
Hey, thank you.
Brandon and I today.
Oh my
That's so
god.
mean.
Everyone subscribe.
My uterus is begging for help right now. I feel like I'm
Why
giving
the
birth.
fuck
Okay,
You do not have to
I
say that.
I have cramps. It's
don't have to
normal.
We don't have to know though.
We don't have to
I'm
know
in
that, dude. I
pain.
don't
I'm
think
in
it's
pain. You know what? You guys are. I can't say it. Fuck. I hate this. I hate this so much. I'm being held.
You don't have to be here.
No, but I wanna. No, but I wanna.
Follow rules.
I love my friends. I love my friends. I wanna be with them.
I like not being
Venus,
terminated.
just say that all you guys heard the F word.
Can I
Nah,
say
here's what we're gonna do.
Wait, can I say the F slur?
No.
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 Oh, that's me. That's
Say
me.
that stuff.
Okay, guys, get ready. On 3, we're all gonna say the N-word and get
Alright,
Stop
we're
it,
doing
stop.
something now.
No.
No.
Alright,
Oh
goodbye.
my God.
Goodbye.
I'm joking, bro.
Oh my god.
Thank you.
Okay, but listen. Anytime any of us want to cuss, just say crab.
Or
Just say
saying,
crap.
I don't
You know
know.
what?
Some alternative.
Follow Jack.
Just say Hansel with cars.
Wait, we can't. Wait, we can't say fuck.
Oh,
Well, we
No.
can, but you already kind of just did that for me already, so.
no more ads. No more ads.
Let's just say
no more
crap
ads.
it now. Also, don't worry about Kingsley bothering us anymore. He's gone forever.
Oh, so GP
Nah.
and whoever wants to actually see it, look at my stream real quick. I have another clip to show you.
Yeah, I got you.
Brennan, I advise you not to watch this one
I
clip.
wasn't planning
Let-
on it. I
Let
wasn't
me,
Yeah.
planning on it, don't
let me
worry.
deafen real quick. Let me deafen.
I don't remember the context of this. Just listen to the tone of my voice.
What do you mean about that?
I have no idea what the context of that video was. I have no idea whatsoever.
I knew you were one of those.
I am.
Well, I'll be damned.
What is this?
Wait, has no one on Death and Kingsley? Has no one on Death and Kingsley?
Say it starts with a K and
Let's keep it this way. Let's keep it this way. This is nice. This is
Okay.
peaceful.
Casey's not deafened. I don't know where
No,
you're getting
muted. I
this
meant
information.
muted.
Okay.
Muted me. Let's
No.
keep it that way, actually. Let's keep it that way. the
Gabby, to
whole
answer your
stream.
question, no.
So-
I
Huh?
posted the stream. I kind of want to start.
Jesus!
Oh, okay,
Cover
Jackson.
Christ.
mouth,
Okay, Jackson.
Jaxie. That was fucking disgusting.
Disgusting.
My god. Fucking
I'm
nasty.
joking. This Robert David Murray.
No, Kingsley, I don't care what you have to say to me because I know it's gonna be good.
Let me say it. Let me say
I
it.
kind of wish I wish I started stream a little bit sooner because I already kind of just finished this. So, whoops. I was probably gonna do some other stuff too while I'm at it though, so it's not like it's gonna be a complete waste.
To all the new people that are here, subscribe to being in Brennan and mine
No.
today.
Don't do that, please don't. I'd rather you not, but
Please
And
do
also
that.
commission
No.
me on Twitter.
Please.
No, I still want to get
And
my.
you will get.
You're watching the worst
2
stream
pennies.
ever. I'm probably never gonna stream again. I'm just kidding.
You'll probably get 2 pennies for doing so.
I don't care. It's just I don't.
Oh.
Like, hey, if
Good
we
for
get the
people I
chance, you guys
surround
want to play
myself.
Minecraft later? It'd be funny.
Do you guys want to play now?
I'm
No,
working.
Brandon's working.
Oh.
I mean, hey, I get like. Cover your mouth,
Jaxie, you
Pause
can
for
mute
people.
if you can.
Bless you, Jaxie.
I need to
If you
take
do that
a.
one more time, you are gone. You are done.
Yeah,
Alex,
Okay,
listen,
to be
Alex-
fair,
Alex,
Jaxie,
someone-
that's
I
like.
can't remember.
Jaxie, that's disgusting. Also, Rebecca needs to take a fat shit.
Okay, but
Okay,
like
buddy.
exactly.
Okay, buddy.
Okay.
But listen, at least someone was polite, like Tim.
Tim isn't here.
He just,
I am
Oh,
here.
just
Here.
did.
Where?
So you're deaf
Oh,
yeah, you-
also.
Anyway, guys,
So
I got
GP, you're
big
deaf
news
is what
to
you're
you.
saying. Wait, so GP, you're
So-
deaf is what you're saying.
Too lazy to take a fat shit.
I thought that
Wow,
was
but
someone else.
wow, but they can pay attention to my burps. Okay.
Well, yeah, because Tim
Yeah,
wasn't
but you
talking that
weren't
much, but then you're like,
I said bless you.
I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
Good job.
Um,
boys.
That's okay.
Can I see how that looks like? so far?
Yeah, no. Okay, well, okay, yeah. Who wants to fucking?
Guys, did you know Skippy
Can I get
Toilet is
unmuted?
Fortnite?
I mean, if I was unmuted. No, Kingsley.
I cannot.
You are a
Unmute
force
me, you coward.
contained.
Unmute
I'm
me,
gonna
you
mute
fucking
you
coward.
personally if you keep doing that.
Yeah, I
What?
think that's what we should all do right now.
What'd you say, Brandon?
I'm gonna mute you personally if you keep burping in the video.
Forever.
I'm
Just
sorry.
gone. Take away that.
That's what
I'm
Jaxie's doing.
sorry.
No, you're not. If you were sorry,
I
you
You know what? You know what, GP? You know, I'm gonna kick you in the shins.
Okay.
Yo,
No,
go
it's actually
ahead.
giving
I'm
Hamster
fucking
with,
taller than your
give
shitty
my
ass.
Hamster
I'll
with
fucking
him.
drop kick you into the body. Sick.
I'm gonna shave you with
Oh,
the
okay.
shaver.
So letting I did was accurate. Got it.
Okay, yeah, no,
Absolutely.
GP, I'm gonna hand you till you're solo.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah. For that.
Yeah, no, I need to take a shit. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Great. That was very helpful
Thanks for
information.
telling us.
Thank you. Oh, thank you so much.
I can
We have
burp.
now gained new info that I said take a shit. So
I'm gonna do
Yeah.
the PewDiePie bridge incident.
No,
Okay,
I'd
I'll
like
do
to
that
ask
later.
everyone in
I
chat.
don't need you to do a PewDiePie. I don't need you to pull a PewDiePie.
I need to talk to
There
you.
goes.
Like to ask. That wasn't Ghost.
No, Ghost Lewis.
What a fucking
Oh,
stupid
Ghost
person.
in the chat. Okay.
Yeah, not Ghost Gem though, not our Ghost.
Yeah, no, I figured.
No, the cooler ghost.
What a
Ghost
stupid
Kevin is
caca
cool.
baby.
It's debatable. I
fucking-
think the other Ghost is pretty cool, mainly because
They're both very cool.
actually I don't know. I don't know. He insults me for breathing, so I don't know. Depends really.
They're both cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Anyways.
Guys,
I'd like
you
to ask
should
you
be
a personal
putting
question.
Fortnite.
Shut up.
Oh, fuck.
Aw.
Let me ask a question. Let me ask the chat a question. Let me be.
I am the one who asks.
If you are going to animate, let me humor them.
There were fans here and I never realized what? There
Oh,
were
yeah, part
fans
of the
here this
map.
entire time?
Part of the map.
I never knew
Part of
this.
the map, dude.
I never knew this.
Wow,
It's
Brandon,
an
and you're
animal
supposed to
game.
animate
The
those.
one time I
Is
don't.
Ghost
this
very stupid?
Dude, I can name multiple instances where I never animated these. Oh my god, I'm a failure.
Shoot.
Me and
I'm
Brandon
an
are
actual
now-
failure. I should have animated.
choice,
These are.
please.
We will have you hung in the streets
Breathing
like
at
the
2025.
Well, they're not
Exactly,
really
yeah.
seen.
They're not seen, but still, I animate them anyway because I'm not a bitch.
Brandon,
Well,
we'll have
I
you
mean-
hung in the streets for your crime.
Yeah. B&M Brandon is not a bitch.
Okay, so.
B&M Brandon public execution tomorrow.
Go
I need
chill
to
on
send
top.
someone.
What if it's called Ghosts? Oh, I can't do this anymore, man.
Yeah,
Really? You're already set a run your own bit try, bro. Just give up on it.
Oh wait, I just realized Kingsley is muted on my end only.
You fucking idiot.
You stupid dumbass.
I wasn't watching the stream.
This bonehead.
Wait, GP, what would you do if, like, the guy who
I'm
plays
not
Han
watching the
Solo
stream.
gave you...
You know, it's peace and quiet over here.
Okay, bro. Anyways, guys, GP is not gonna hear this, but I just want to say, he told me
Look,
I
you know
need
what? I'm letting the
to,
demon back out.
end my life.
Hi, Kingsley.
Guys, there was
Hi,
a real
GP.
incident where
Did you go
GP
somewhere?
actually told Kingsley several horrible insults. I heard it. He told me about it last week. It was super insulting.
You know what Kingsley
I didn't
fucking
debate on
did?
killing
him. Send me a picture in the
I
house.
nearly
You know what
debated on like kicking him like later today, but I couldn't.
You know what, chat? Here's a little story. Here's a little story that I'm gonna tell all of you.
I can't read. Sorry.
Oh, fuck.
Can you mime?
Actually,
Can you just mime out
Brendan,
like
no
what you were
thanks.
about to tell
GP
us?
sent me a
I
picture of my
can't
house
read.
once. That was like
Keep
really
miming
creepy.
out.
No, I'm not gonna mime. I'm gonna tell chat. I'm gonna tell all chat. All right.
I'm gonna
Okay,
kill you
guys.
and then your entire
Right.
family.
Shut the fuck up, Brandon.
I probably
All right.
shouldn't be making like threats in stream. I just realized.
Yeah,
I don't
Brandon,
mean
no,
anything
Brandon,
by this. This is in
listen to me.
Minecraft. This is all in a joke. This is all a joke. Do
This
not.
is all
I didn't even have to say words. You'll be taking your channel down for me.
Do not obliterate
Any-
your channel. Not my channel.
Anyways.
You guys, Brandon's a furry.
What?
Shut up, Jax. All right.
I knew it.
I'm not even one. What is
Jax,
it?
you owe me
Jax is
20
spewing
quid
lies
for
about me.
that. I told you it
Right.
happened.
So Jax is
Alright,
spewing lies
story.
about me.
Little
He got the
story
penguin persona.
I'm gonna fucking
Well, that
kill
one's
I
already
knew it, I
publicly
knew it.
known. So
I thought it'd be a moth, not gonna lie.
All right. Can I talk?
Alright, GP, tell us.
Yeah, go on, Lewis. Boom, you can talk.
Little story time for everyone. All right. This man Kingsley, single-handedly, over the course of an hour, ruined my life, and I'm gonna
okay.
give.
Yawn, yawn, yawn. Yo, chat. Can we skip this? Can we skip this conversation? I don't like it.
Brandon, you're a topic. Fuck up.
I'm not. I'm just a mistake.
Well, yeah.
GP, why'd you send me a picture of my
I'm
house
not
that
adopted,
one time?
GP. I'm a mistake. Get it right.
Please don't prove us
Anyways.
wrong.
Shut up,
Continue the
Jax.
story, GP.
Why are you telling this shut up? His singing is beautiful.
Yeah, GP,
You're so
you might
mean,
join.
I didn't
Yeah.
tell my fucking little story then. You just shut up.
You're so mean, bro. Oh my god.
I should probably pose Exo's legs. I realize that her legs have been invis this entire time, and they kind
I'm
of.
not gonna be seen in the shot. It's fine.
Well, yeah, you're right.
You need
Well,
to make
GP, you know what I have to say to
Alright,
that? You know what I have to say to that?
Yeah, this stream's very woke.
You're so funny.
This seems so. I wonder who that reminds me of.
Anyways, so on February 9th, this man Kingsley has ruined my
My
bro,
life.
bad.
my bro making dates up, bro. Bro's not committed to the bit. He's going
Yeah.
to make up dates to.
Yeah, everybody knows
No,
that
you
February
was on
doesn't have a
that
9.
date.
February doesn't have a 9. You okay, buddy?
Are you
February
stupid? Are you
9th.
dumb?
Yeah. Yeah,
February
February
9th.
doesn't have 9. It just skips 9. It goes
Can you
6,
just
7,
shut
10.
up? Can you just shut up?
Wait,
Alright,
that
you know,
was
I'm
8.
muting both-
Wait, you also remember 8's not a day either, so you can't make up that.
Alright,
day
I'm
either.
muting both of you on my
Yeah.
end. I can talk.
Okay. See, you guys see how willing GP is to spew lies on my stream. You know
He's
how much
doing- he's doing
you know
mod
how much
abuse
of a
and he also
master
stops me.
manipulator GP actually is. He's going to
I
lie
didn't
Yeah, it's like
actually
on my
Jake.
own
guys,
on my own
Like Jake,
stream. I
but
want to
yeah.
add. He's such a master manipulator.
guys, I didn't fucking mute you. Shut up.
He's like Jake.
See, he even killed Jacko's family.
Yeah.
Look, that
I
was
kicked
about.
my dog.
He
I
killed
kicked my
my
dog.
grandma, okay?
Right?
Ed kicked
I
his
thought we
dog.
had
Wow,
that sorted
GP, you have a
out.
lot to explain. You have a lot to explain right now.
I thought we had that sorted out. It was a fucking
Wow.
hero that did it.
Wow, wow. And flush
Hey,
my
I'm
face.
admitting
Jesus,
to it.
GP, you're pretty much a psycho killer at this point.
Hey, look.
Okay, say the fucking story. Say the fucking story.
Yeah. Let me talk. Let me talk now. I swear. All right. So.
Yes, good story.
Don't let serial killers get their stay. Get their say. We all know they're
I
evil.
love that song.
This is my life now. This is my life. All right. So on
Okay, say it.
February
I'm playing
9th,
Fortnite right now.
this man Kingsley,
You know what? I'll let Jackson do it because that's just how I feel right now.
this man
Just tell us
Kingsley,
the story. Tell us the story. You know.
Hey, I would be able to tell the
Listen,
story if you
listen.
just
There's
shut
gonna
up.
be there's gonna be timestamps in the comments of how many times I
Someone
burped.
please make a timestamp after this is over. I don't private streams, so just make if
Yeah.
if you feel like it, if you have enough time on your hands, just make a timestamp of every time Jaxie does it on stream.
Yeah, because I'm gonna be doing
Make
it
it
a
like a
lot.
compilation upload to your channel.
What the fuck did you drink earlier, Jaxie? I need to know this.
Yeah.
I drank Sprite.
Okay, answer given. Next
So
up,
for
moving
context, a day before, we were all chilling in the VC and everything, and then Kingsley, he opens a pack of fucking Angry Birds Star Wars cards, and he keeps pulling out another Han Solo, another Han Solo, another Han Solo. So the next day, I'm talking to Kingsley for some reason. I don't know why I'd be wasting my time doing
Wow.
that, but
Jesus.
hi Venus.
That's so mean.
So I don't
Thank you.
so I don't know why I'd waste my time doing that. But he starts sending me the Han Solo card shit, right? And it starts driving me crazy, right? Because he just keeps fucking doing it. It's annoying. But then he sends me a video, sends me a meme, and the fucking card flashes in the fucking video.
I can pull up the exact video that GP's talking about later, by the way.
Well, yeah, later.
Wait, you actually showed me what you
Yeah, I
And
can.
so then I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna open a single video from you ever again. And you know who sends me a video afterwards?
No
So
idea.
I'm sitting here, barbecue
Brandon.
sauce on my titties.
Shut the
What?
fuck up, Jax.
Okay, I don't know if you can say that.
What
Anyway.
fuck?
So Brandon sends me.
I'm gonna get
another
myself bullied
video.
in school because knowing you people. Jesus Christ.
Brandon sends me another video
No,
of the exact fucking with the card appearing in
no, I
it.
didn't. No proof.
Yes, you did. I will.
No, I didn't.
You
No proof.
did. Then like, so then I'm like talking
I
like,
think this is
Brandon,
done.
are
I'm
you
gonna start
fucking
running.
in on this and shit? Are you in on this? Then I'm going crazy. And then Ahmed does it the same thing.
I started lying to GP.
Don't
and
forget
saying-
about like a few
I
days
started
after I
lying to
got Ahmed on
GP
the-
and saying like, "Oh, I didn't do anything. You're just hallucinating."
Don't go to sleep.
No,
Go to sleep.
he fucking called me after you said it, and he was like, "You." He was like, actually losing his mind.
Actually, don't watch videos. Don't watch videos. And
What?
Copyrighted music. Play it on
copyright
behind the
music,
stream.
Jesse.
Get his channel taken down.
Oh,
It's
okay.
it's
Wait,
Venus.
no, that wasn't me.
That was Venus.
yes, that. Oh, Venus then.
What am I doing?
Don't.
Huh?
Copyright music potential.
Yeah, copyright
I
music.
don't want to lose out
Oh,
on the
sorry,
potential money I don't even
sorry.
make.
I was watching reels.
I don't
My
want
bad.
to. I don't want to lose out on the potential money I don't even make.
Anyways, so
The one
yeah.
donation from like
so yeah, I like keep calling. I keep going into calls and shit. I'm like interrogating them, and I'm like, "What are you do? What does he want from me? What are you doing?" Jaxie
Not
was
about
there.
the money. It's about
She
sending
was there too, and he's like,
I
"GP,
wanted Jaxie to I wanted Kingsley wanted Jaxie to participate, but he couldn't because he was busy because of Jackson. Jackson was
Yeah.
working, so I was working on my
It's
map.
funny as shit.
He was unaware of the fucking torture this man was putting me through. Just everywhere I looked, Han Solo card, Han Solo card.
Finally, I'll be out of the gutter with this one.
Who wants me? What? Who wants who?
I'm trying.
Yeah.
Wait,
Okay.
just wait a second. Wait, Venus. Just wait.
Meow 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 meow
So-
meow meow meow.
You're gonna have to wait a little bit before you can say anything.
Yeah, okay.
Meow 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 meow.
Now I'm gonna call a fucking dog.
I might as well turn off the music. This is all I need.
Jesus Christ.
Just turn off
Yeah,
the
you
entire
guys-
stream.
They're going.
They're all
They're still going.
Oh my fucking god.
Tim, they're all stupid. You have to get used to this. You get used to it.
I lost in Fortnite. You
No,
get
it has to be more high pitched, like meow meow meow.
My
Meow 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 meow. Meow meow meow.
Okay,
Literally caused Tim to
all right.
leave. You caused Tim to leave.
Why?
Okay,
I
no,
really
they're
wonder
done, they're
why.
done. Okay. Anyways. So I keep going into. So I keep going.
Inclusive
So I
server
keep
my
going
ass,
into
bro.
calls and and
Okay, let GP keep going. I want to hit you.
I keep going in the call. I keep fucking like interrogating these people. Jax is like oblivious to what's happening to me.
So I'm sitting here, barbecue sauce.
Stop.
My ears! Jesus Christ!
So I'm sitting here, hooked.
So
It was a
So,
mistake
and then
to
when
live stream. I
Ahmed
should have
sends
just
it,
done nothing today.
when Ahmed sends it, I
Should have just done my homework instead.
when Ahmed sends it, I immediately call him. I'm like, Ahmed, we can do this the easy way, or we can do this the hard way. Makes me leave.
Ahmed understood the assignment and he acted accordingly. He was like one of the best. He was the best soldier in operation.
I'll tell you. Also, I'll show you what G was referring to. If you, I'm gonna pull it up on my screen here.
Don't forget, but I fucking got Animating on it like a few days
Man has
after that.
ruined
Well,
me so much.
Hold up. So like,
days after that, I
said
got Animating
GP
on
this.
it.
I said GP this, because after like GP said, hey, I'm not gonna respond to like your messages anymore. I went on undercover with Kingsley to send him video, and what I sent him was this.
No, okay. My favorite moment was when GP was like fucking DM calling
And then
me.
after I
it was
did,
the unedited video.
Yeah, I wanted to send him the. Okay, you know what I wanted to do? Like, I wanted to be really extra for a bit. I wanted to literally record this and track the original video, the non-edited version, onto here, so I could just lie and say like, hey, there's nothing here. I don't know what you're talking about. But I knew I wouldn't have time. I would not have time to do all that. That would be too much work. So
Listen, if we ever do it again, we're gonna come back better.
yeah,
we're gonna do it better.
I'm gonna literally have like
you guys-
I'm gonna
if we're if
falsify
we're gonna do it
proof
again,
just
I
for
want to
this.
be part of it. I want to be part of it.
So GP kept losing his mind in my DMs, and I kept just gaslighting him. So like, there's nothing here. I don't know what you're talking about. There's nothing here. What are you talking about? And
I
he said,
know what
"Is
you
it?"
did.
And
Why is
and he said, "There is it." And then he just went on this whole like rampage about like what is, and I kept like gaslighting to make it seem like no, nothing's happening, or he's losing your mind. It was the funniest thing ever. The multiple times he joined stream, I had to like silence myself from like bursting out into laughter. It was the greatest thing ever.
I
It
was
so great.
I was acting like I was going to sing, but honestly, it was the funniest shit ever.
He says that, but he was probably screaming in bed. He was probably screaming.
I didn't know. He was probably making a fucking voodoo doll of me and just trying to see if it actually worked.
Yeah. Okay, but no, if you guys are gonna do that again, I want to be part of it. It's the funniest shit ever.
Listen, if we find someone else we can do it like that, we're gonna do it again with
Hell
you
yeah.
included.
Oh yeah. I was.
That was the funniest shit ever.
I was
Also,
hoping. I was hoping that like it was gonna go on for like days, just like constantly fucking.
I was hoping to. Listen, next time we do it, we're getting more people in on it.
Fucking funny.
We're getting much more people in on it if we ever do
We're
it
gonna
again.
make this like a whole like operation.
It's gonna be a year long worth of just trolling.
No, every February 9th, we're just gonna do it again.
Okay, if I see one message from one of you guys, I'm just gonna block you.
Yeah, you never know. I can invite you to a collab and you just block and you just never see it and you lose your opportunity. You can never know. You just never know.
It's like a fucking. It's like we post videos on YouTube.
Ice,
and it's
ice.
going up.
Don't listen to them, just host your own one.
Hell yeah.
True.
It's so fucking
No,
funny.
no, fucking make
So
it
you
in
always
public.
have
You
to
just have a bunch of people spam send to GP.
The most bananic move to do.
Oh man.
Wait, Brandon, I had like a funny fucking idea you could
What
have
is
done shit.
What is it?
If
Oh
you
my
like did a
God,
collab and if you did like a collab and GP was in it and you have to do the editing for it, you could have the card flash for like a singular thing.
That would be amazing.
I would kill all.
I wish you did that when Bulk Shreddies was being made. It
all-
would have been the most perfect shit
You should
ever.
have started. You should have started the joke in December, Kingsley. You should have started
I
the joke
should
back in
have,
December.
Yeah, no.
I wasn't that
At
funny yet, though.
this point,
You should have
At
started the
this
joke
point,
back in
at this
December.
point-
I would have 1000% done it if it was like during December.
at this fucking point, Kingsley has done the joke
I am
so much. It's
so
just
petty.
So
the
fucking
funniest shit ever.
immune to it. I just see it. My face is just dead. Like, okay,
I still find it funny how
Brandon,
just that simple.
look at DM. This is my reaction every single time he says it now.
What?
Okay, wait, show
No,
me if you
no, you get pissed about it. I already know you do. You're
Yeah.
very
That-
petty.
No.
What do you mean?
No, I
What
just
is-
like he says
What,
that.
what
he
does
says
it
that,
mean
I'm
to
like,
be? What does it mean to be petty? Like, what is a petty person? Like, I know the word, the translation for it in Portuguese, but I never really understood what it is to be a petty person.
I don't know, like, say, okay, how about this? Say, like, if one of your family members died, and then we got into, like, an intense argument, if I were to say, oh, at least my family member's still alive, that would be petty, and also fucked up.
Yeah, basically.
What?
Yeah. Exactly.
That's like the best example we can think of because he doesn't have any more than two brains.
It's literally just like arguing over like a really small thing.
I see.
GP, I know if it's your thing that would make you, like, actually boil with rage. If I just randomly said, like, some shit like, fuck the tour are you using about? It's something like, actually make your face curl.
No, I just blow up. My head just becomes so fucking red.
You say like
Oh,
you
I'll be
don't
right
care,
back.
but fucking he says he doesn't care, but like I just envision him grinding his teeth and like
I don't care. His
pointing a
face
gun
is like
at the edge of my
no,
face.
hold up. He says like I don't care. He says this with his face red, like there's steam coming out of his ears and shit, and his nose, like he's losing his
No, just like
mind.
that thing in the cartoons, like showing parts
I'm
and
back, I'm back.
was my face on it.
Guys,
Yeah.
Well,
so I'm talking some of you know I'm going out with a boy, right? And I'm talking to him right now, I'm texting him. And I told him, no, I'm talking to my American friends. I'm talking to my non-Brazilian friends, actually. I'm talking to the people that are not Brazilian. And he's like, send them a hug and tell them 9/11 no more.
What?
nah,
You can't say that.
It has to happen.
Is he Iraqi?
It has to
Is he
happen.
Iraqi? Is he Iraqi?
What?
Oh my god.
Tim, I don't think you can say that.
Is he Iraqi?
That's
What?
why he keeps saying it.
What the fuck?
Oh, what do you mean? I'm waiting for the answer.
I don't
What
know.
is the
maybe.
question?
He asked if
Probably
he's
Brazilian.
Iraqi or anything.
No, he's Brazilian. What are you talking about?
Thanks,
Okay.
Tim. Very cool for doing that on my stream.
Very awesome.
Oh, you streaming? I had no idea.
Bro. What do you think we're here for?
What the fucking channel name?
Well, I just saw you here, so I decided to join. I had no idea you were about to stream.
Oh my god, bro! I should just let him.
Is
bro.
Bro
I should just not
stupid?
done anything.
Tim,
Literally
can
a
you
fan
say?
stream,
Wait.
Band speed run.
Tim.
Say what? Say what?
Can you tell me if I'm pronouncing this right? Okay, I'm gonna say something, and I want
If
you
it's, a
to tell
slur,
me.
if it's a slur, I swear.
No, it's not. It's not. I promise.
I don't believe
I promise.
you. I really don't believe you.
No, I swear it's not. It's a very like common thing, like that.
Okay.
It's not.
Most people
A very
know what it
common
means.
Okay.
It's not.
She's trying
Hold
to think of a way to make this
Hold
work
on.
without
Wait.
getting
We're waiting. Venus.
Dan's gonna wake up.
We're waiting.
Okay.
Guys, like,
I'm gonna
Okay,
wake up
okay.
my channel gone.
I was practicing. Я тебя люблю.
Oh,
What?
Okay,
that,
sounds
that,
good.
that was pretty good. That was pretty good.
What
Я
was
тебя,
it? What
я
she
тебя
said?
люблю. I said I love you.
Yeah, but
Я тебя люблю. Is that it?
That sounds
yeah,
like
but
a
you have
language.
you have such accent like you have a you have an accent like
Wait, I know example.
Them- I only
very,
heard such
very like Russian accent on English.
yeah
in the film,
yeah
film
I only heard such accent only in movies. Not gonna lie.
This is my
Really?
world has a question,
Yeah.
Brandon.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a
try-
Brazilian
try-
accent. I don't have an American accent.
No, you sound the same. Really.
What?
every non-Russian speaker who tries to
my
speak
animation
Russian
sucks.
sounds the same usually.
Я
So-
тебя люблю.
Okay.
Try to say it softer.
Can I just say? Alright,
Wait,
so first of all, Brandon. Stitch is my world has a question.
What is it?
And secondly, the phrase you just said sounds like a fish.
I was gonna say that. It sounded like a.
Listen,
In
listen,
your. When
listen.
Venus
Tim,
said it sounded like a fish.
Tim, what do you say? Hold on, Tim, what did you say?
Try to say it softer. Я тебя люблю.
Я тебя люблю.
Well,
Yeah.
okay, it's better.
Better.
Я тебя
Я.
Я.
Yeah. Whoa, this one was close. Тебя.
Hold on, say
welcome
ya.
to Ru-
First,
hello, welcome
say,
to
say,
Russian
say,
lessons.
wait, everyone,
Okay,
everyone shut up,
follow me,
everyone shut up,
follow me.
everyone shut up. Okay.
Follow me.
Okay, we're
Я.
quiet.
Я
Тебя.
тебя
Люблю.
люблю.
Well, that was close. Okay, now try everything together.
Я тебя люблю.
Way better.
Really? Yes!
Yes.
Hell yeah!
Yes.
Hell yeah!
Well, sadly, Brandon
Never-
doesn't have any Russian auditory, so yeah.
Never try to speak on Russian like German.
Oh no! Oh no! Guys, I'm learning German, that's why! Oh no!
That probably.
I mean,
it all makes sense.
For some reason, all non-Russian speakers think that Russian is supposed to sound hard when actually it's not. Like,
Hallo! Wie geht es dir?
für dich.
You just be like a little.
Guten Morgen. I don't know. I barely know German.
Guten Morgen! Wie geht's?
Guten Tag.
Ich bin Venus. Wie heißt...
I'm sorry.
Ich bin
I
Team.
asked what the question
bin
was,
Team.
and
Hello,
I
Team.
couldn't say it.
Hallo!
Hello.
What's the question?
Hello.
The question is.
There is no question. We may never know
Exactly,
the
there is
actual
no
question.
When's the Huggy Wuggies remake?
Shut up.
Venus, the only thing I really like, I'm really good at talking about German is the song. I don't know.
Erika!
Was wollen wir trinken? 7 Tage lang.
Brandon.
Wait, hold on. Let me say something real quick. Hold on. Let me practice. Okay.
Damn.
Okay. Я тебя так понимаю, братан.
Hey, Brandon. My question is, why
Hey,
did you
Tim.
gift me my
Hey,
thumbnail
Tim.
game?
Меня зовут Виктория.
That was
Wait, wait for this.
That was good. Okay. Меня.
Меня?
Меня.
Меня.
Pronounce it more like ня. Ня.
Меня.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah.
better. Меня.
Like a
Меня.
woke femboy.
Зовут.
What?
Зовут.
Зовут.
Зовут. T supposed to be silent.
Oh, okay. Меня зовут.
Not this silent.
Oh. Okay. Меня зовут.
Way better. Okay, this works. Victoria.
Меня зовут Виктория.
Nice.
Oh yeah! Oh, the Russian is so cool, man. Hold on. Let me try something else.
Not gonna lie, Russian language is really beautiful.
It's a very nice language.
Russian language, yeah. You actually have a place?
Especially Russian poetry. God damn it.
Okay, King. Okay,
Okay,
King Z.
I have
Let's not
something
bring
else.
up political stuff on my channel, please. I really do not want that.
Oh yeah, my bad.
I don't want. I don't want
My
that
bad,
on
my
my channel,
bad.
please.
Tim.
Thank you.
Yes.
Как
There's
вы?
plenty of ways I can take down the channel, not go.
No, we are really.
Not, please.
Hold on.
Pardon?
Как вы?
Okay, now you sounded French.
Как вы? How do I say it?
Как?
Как?
Okay, so pretend you saying I don't know, a rooster on English, cock.
Wait. Wait, is it like a little closed A, like cock?
Cock.
Yes.
Как
Как?
вы?
Как вы?
Как
Вы.
вы?
Вы.
Вы.
Yes.
Better. Okay, now try it.
Как вы?
Whoa, nice, nice.
Yeah! Hell yeah! Holy shit! Alright, oh, I have a perfect one. I have a perfect one. Holy shit, if this works, I'm gonna cry.
Okay, Brandon, what I did want to ask is, why did you gift me my fanboy remake on Steam?
I did never get to you that. You
Tim?
were lying and spreading,
Yes.
spreading lies.
Okay, Tim,
No, I think you did.
you're gay.
Alright, I realized I'm
Okay, say it again, say it again.
Say it again.
You're gay.
Okay. Oh, hold on. Are you trying to say I'm okay or I'm
No,
gay?
I'm gay!
That's a
So,
coming out,
okay.
I guess?
So, talking
Wow.
about the first sound, it's yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you can say the last word the same way you say it in English.
You're
Yeah,
gay.
it sounds familiar.
Well, yeah, gay.
You're gay.
Oh
Okay,
yeah,
yeah.
close, close.
You're gay.
What?
You're gay!
Gay.
You're gay. Hey, you're gay.
What else?
Oh,
Oh, can I be homophobic?
Oh my god, if this works, please Google Translate, don't film me now, guys. I'll be right back. I need to practice this. It's a big one.
Okay, this is the slur.
Okay, now I'm scared.
Yeah, I'm
this
a
cannot go well.
I'll be back.
I can already
This
see
is
this
the-
failing
This cannot
tremendously.
possibly go well.
Bro, I don't know. I feel so amazed. This is the first person I've ever met who is
Wants to speak
literally
Russian.
interested in Russian.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm interested in Russian.
Hmm?
Stop
I want
lying.
to learn Russian first, then German.
Oh god, this is so hard for me. I'm gonna say very
I want to
slowly.
yell at you.
Okay. Мне нравятся старики.
What?
What?
I had understood completely nothing.
Oh my god. Okay, hold on, no.
Damn.
Мне... Okay,
let me
мне
actually remember this out.
нравятся старики.
Okay, now I get it.
Okay, what did I say?
It's somewhere from Pornhub, I guess.
You know what you said?
I guess she knows. I guess she knows.
No. Tell me what I said. Tell me what I said. Come on, say it.
You said you like old people.
Yes! You're so right! I said I like old men, actually. I like old men and it didn't work.
You said you like
Well, Venus,
older
you're speaking
people,
what
like
you're-
very.
what she's
saying.
Trust
How
me,
do I say
she
I
is
like
right.
old men? How do I say I like
Old man. Мне. Hold on. What do you mean by old? Like real?
Old.
Like old or like?
now we're getting into this conversation.
Wait. Hold on. In Russian we have separate
Weird.
words for
I like
this
daddies.
one.
Daddies.
So you like. So you like aged
Wow,
men,
you're
not old.
Comfortable.
Grown man.
I have nothing to hide. I'm a
Bro,
freak.
old are fucking grandpas.
Okay.
Yeah.
It has to
Are
be
you-
That's
younger.
not
Okay,
stopping
yeah, it has to be younger than my father.
Grown man. Grown man.
How old is your father?
67.
So okay, I get it. Hold on, let me close my door.
So no one hears you saying this. So no one actually hears
Well,
you
let me-
saying this.
let me
I'm
explain.
ready.
That's
Let
not
me-
for the best.
Let me explain.
gonna
The thing
cry.
is, when I with you in voice chat, I'm really loud. It's 3 a.m. for me, and when I talk English, like my parents don't question me, but when I start talking Russian, especially such strange quotes, I'm afraid I'm gonna be kicked from the house.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Damn.
I know exactly
Я
what
okay.
люблю стариков. Я люблю стариков.
Okay, nice. Now
gosh.
you sound like a Schwarzenegger.
What?
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 You know the
What'd you say? What'd you say?
He means the
Arnold
he means the actor. He
Schwarzenegger.
means the actor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Arnold
You know fucking asshole saying it, yeah.
So we pronounce his name like this, Schwarzenegger. Schwarzenegger.
It's just how it
Yeah,
is.
Brandon.
Schwarzenegger. Schwarzenegger. This is how we pronounce his name in Russian.
Jesus Christ, you're making it worse!
Venus, look at
Brandon,
that.
you're
This
waking
guy,
up your
this guy.
fucking YouTube ads.
This guy.
I'm so
Terminator.
sorry. I'm so sorry.
Alright,
I
how
know
do I
it's
how do I
Terminator,
say? How do I
great
say?
set.
How do I say? Yeah, I know who I know who he is. I don't like his
Fuck.
name.
Okay, let me figure it out how to
Tell me, how do I
interpret
say
it.
I love
Yeah.
old man.
Let me think. We have like 4 separate words for old.
Oh my god, why?
Russian.
Clearance.
Yeah.
Clearance for what, bro?
Clarity.
Lost the
Clarity.
I don't know.
Clarity.
Clarity.
Так, получается... Старый means
Старый.
old. Старый,
Star means
Oh,
grand.
it means grand. It's really old. If you say starry.
Venus
Yeah,
likes
yeah.
a man in the grave, if that makes sense.
If he's not in a wheelchair and senile, I don't want him.
If you mean like a grown man, it's
Venus, do they have to keep you out
It should
of all the...
be,
Okay. Let me make it more clear for myself. Do you like well-aged man or old?
caged.
I don't see the difference, to be fair.
Old is like grandpa who is around 90 years.
Younger, no, okay, younger than my father, younger than 60, okay? 60
Okay,
below.
it means aged, well-aged.
Okay,
Okay.
yes. I like men
Um,
20 years older than me, 30 years older than me.
Well,
I just know we gotta keep you away from this island home.
very, very productive conversation we're all having right now.
Понял, это типа взрослые мужчины, если я правильно
Да, я тоже так понял.
Oh, hey Ghost, didn't realize you joined.
Bless you.
Так, мне нравится... окей, listen. Мне,
Мне,
kinda, окей.
мне.
Мне нравятся,
What?
нравятся
I don't know.
Мне
ветца
нравятся
мужчины
мужчины
постарше.
постарше.
Ну, kinda, yeah.
Yeah.
I
No,
completely
little
forgot
cool.
all of that, by the way.
Мне... Окей, follow me. Мне
Мне
нравятся
нравятся
мужчины
мужчины
постарше.
постарше.
Yeah.
Окей, you got it.
I love old men so much! I love them in all the languages. Hold on.
Okay.
How
Just
is
stay
wait,
clear,
wait,
just
wait.
stay
We
clear.
need this
Yeah.
creature to be reprimanded. Also, by the way, Ghost. Also, by the
Okay,
way, Ghost.
public stewing of Venus at 10 AM.
Wait, no way, hold on,
I'm scared
hold on.
now.
Okay, Venus, I have a question. What do you think about Arthur Morgan?
Wait, I figured out in German. Ich liebe alte Männer. Hell yeah!
Do you want to know it in Welsh?
Lord.
I love old men, guys. Ich liebe alte Männer. Sorry, what'd you say, Tim?
What do you think about Arthur Morgan?
Oh,
About who?
okay. So,
Okay.
Okay, I have a question to answer. So, I use Minimator Community Builds, which is a mod created by Swoopless that gives you like a bunch of benefit of light stuff. It gives you like a bunch of stuff like light linking, just some better, not really, better performance. That was kind of a lie.
He's lying.
I'm
He's
lying
using
on my-
Blender.
I'm lying on
lying,
my
he's
ass with the
not
performance
lying.
one. I'd argue it runs worse than just regular Minimator, but I digress.
Okay,
Just a bunch of
Venus.
just some other cool stuff that's kind of useful. Light linking is mainly the only one I use. But,
It's based. I think it's better.
constraints, a bunch of other
Chat.
stuff. If you want to use it, I'll leave it in. I'll send it out in the live stream chat. I'll send it out in the live stream chat.
Brandon is lying. He's actually using Blender.
Yeah, I actually no. Tim's lying on my end.
Timo
I
4D.
actually use Prisma 3D
Timo
for all
4D.
my animations.
No, guys, he uses Toon Boom.
uses
He
stick
uses
nodes.
Toon Boom.
Okay,
He uses stick
I
nodes.
use Toon Boom.
He
I
uses
use
Toon Boom.
bro,
Okay.
You're
bro,
using
I
Toon
use
Boom.
bro, I use
No, he just
Harmony.
uses pencil and paper.
Okay.
I use Harmony.
Here is the link for Minimator Community Builds. If you want to download it.
Okay, Venus, I have a
It's
question.
not exactly the most well-performed program ever. I agree it was worse than normal community build.
Wait,
than
who has a
Animator,
question?
But it
I.
it's pretty good if you want to do some extra
Go for it.
stuff with your.
And I'll see how well you pronounce it. Okay, what the
Okay.
fuck?
No
Well,
mic, no mic.
Welsh for Isle of Old Man.
Okay, I'm just gonna assume W has the sound of V, like in German. I don't know why.
No, not at all.
Okay, Venus,
Both of
no
you have
mic,
the same
no mic.
sound.
Wait, is
No
that
mic.
is that Russian? I have no idea.
That's Arthur Morgan.
What, the thing I said?
It's what now?
That's Welsh!
Well, he sent was
Oh,
Arthur
that's-
Morgan.
Sorry. Okay, that's Welsh. Huin Kahul
Funny thing, I was actually gonna do a lighting tutorial.
Close,
That was
close
one of the
actually.
things I didn't
We
plan.
went
I just
2D
never
like that
did
and
it
say,
'cause,
it's like a
Bean
V.
Bean made a really good tutorial for lighting, and I kind of realized I had no reason to make a lighting tutorial
Let
after
me
that.
see. Smash or
So that's
pass.
basically scrap now. If you want to have a lighting
Smash.
tutorial, watch Bean. Watch
True,
Bean.
I
It's an
agree.
incredible lighting tutorial.
Smash.
Really, really
Yeah, make sure you actually send the link in chat
Yeah,
because
what do you-
these speakers are going all at it. For
GP,
some
I
reason.
wonder what I'm doing.
Chat. As a lighting artist, my recommendation: if you want to learn how to do lighting, first of all, you gotta figure out how lighting actually works in real life.
That's very good advice.
Okay, yeah,
I-
that's generally the more important one, but if you want to talk about lighting for how lighting works in Minimator, then yeah.
Lighting theory.
Some of your viewers
Usually.
are like still
Well, from my experience,
Well,
from my
then again, my
experience,
lighting tutorial, my lighting, I'm not gonna lie, is very messy, and I don't think anyone other than me understands how my lighting works. So, unless you want to have the worst lighting, like the worst performance and the worst lighting ever, don't follow. You can follow how I do it. I probably might make a render later, which probably will teach you how I do lighting. But if you want like, an idea of how Minimator's lighting works, because if you're asking how Minimator's lighting works in general, I recommend this. I'll send the link in the chat. I'll send the link. This is Bean's lighting tutorial. It's very helpful. I actually learned a few things from it myself. But if you want to learn, if you just want to learn lighting in general, I generally just prefer like learning from real life and stuff like that, reading books and stuff on how lighting works in the real world.
We're just like watching movies.
That works too, yeah, movies
Yeah.
also. And also just generally practicing yourself also. It will help you a lot with lighting as a whole, in more programs than just Minimator, because I sent Bean's tutorial, but that's mainly good if you want to learn how lighting works in Minimator and how like the settings work. But if you want like an actual tutorial of lighting in general, I'm not the guy. I'm not a great teacher when it comes to a lot of things, mainly lighting. So I recommend like learning through just I generally recommend I recommend observing how lighting works in the real world, doing your own experiments, and watching movies and shows to get watching movies to get an idea of how lighting works in those. And also reading about it too. Reading about it too is very important.
yeah. Also, a small advice in addition: if you're a complete beginner and you have like no idea how to work with lighting, never focus on colors at start. Like, don't pay attention on colors. If you can, just work with white and black. That will be enough. First of all, you need to understand the shadow and the lighting, because you can make a beautiful render just using a white and black by just understanding how the shadow and the light works. So yeah.
Yeah, like
Also,
context
okay,
is
I'm
generally
not.
very important for lighting because if you notice here, I had EXO. Most of the other characters, mostly everything else in this is usually using like pretty dark lighting. EXO is in a very strong rim because I wanted her to be the center focus of the shot. So I used rim lighting to make her the main focus of the shot, along with illuminating her face in the middle here, so it's more like that's where your eye gravitates towards. That's
Okay,
usually-
another thing. I'm gonna say I'm not an animator. I'm not a 3D animator at least. I do some animatics
lighting
and
is
stuff. I'm a
universal.
2D
Lighting
artist.
principles are extremely universal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like here's the thing. As a 2D artist, study art, color theory. Study
That
that.
too.
That is very important, especially if you're trying to work with light and shadow. Both of
Yeah.
those things are actually it's
Contrast
gonna have
and
such
color
a
are
big
extremely
influence
important.
because if you are in a place that there's a completely blue light and you're holding like a candle, the light on your face is gonna have like a transition between orange, purple, and then blue. It's gonna be a whole thing.
I can demonstrate what
So-
she means actually. Like
Yeah, yeah.
I can
Yeah, probably.
I can make a demonstration in a second.
Yes.
Yeah, Brendan.
I'll open up an
Brendan.
Animator.
Study color theory. It's very important. It's
I'll
what
open up
gives
an
life to
Animator.
your art.
This will be your. This will technically be your lighting tutorial. It's nothing great,
Brendan.
but it'll work. Hmm?
I also have a thing to show. I can demonstrate it. Like.
Like, you want to try demonstrating it?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, sure. I'll just close my Animator then, and I'll let you just demonstrate.
Okay.
I'll just move my.
Okay, I'll
screen over
start the stream. So, okay.
here. Alright, what's
So
going
this
on?
is my animator community build, the one Brendan mentioned before.
The
So,
one I use.
talking about lighting, when you're at the beginning of your lighting practice, the thing I recommend to focus on, like when you only try to learn how lighting works and stuff, the thing I meant about colors, colors is a complete different thing, talking about lighting. Don't try to focus on color and the light itself first when you're studying, because it will be kinda...
Confusing.
Kinda, yeah. It will make your study progress way harder than it could be. So, at the beginning, you can practice on Steve. First of all, you don't want to use sunlight. I mean, you can
Usually.
practice
No,
with
no,
sunlight,
okay.
but
Let me clarify that. Sunlight is good. I will use sunlight if you're doing like very big outdoor lighting with like a lot of like a giant environment and you need a way to light it. I'd recommend using sunlight if you're using that. But if you're not really doing that, okay. One example I can say would be a good example to use is let's say you're doing like a nighttime lighting and you need light to some light to cast from the trees. I'd say it's a good example of using sunlight because it will allow you to put lighting down without having to like actually do any lighting. It's a good way. It's a good little workaround for it. But I wouldn't recommend using sunlight all the time if it's not really needed. If you're doing like indoor lighting, then no, don't use sunlight. Sunlight's not really recommended for indoor lighting. But outdoor lighting, 100%. I 100% recommend using sunlight for outdoor lighting, especially in new Minimator. Because the way Minimator now
Did you
handles
just say
lighting... Shut up. I
Did
was
you-
stuttering. Yeah, I stuttered. Especially for giant outdoor, like, lighting stuff, I always recommend doing, like, I always recommend using sunlight, especially for really outdoor, like, really big outdoor lighting stuff. I always recommend doing that. But for indoor stuff, nah, not really. No, don't recommend it. You can keep explaining.
yeah. So, first of all, you can only work with like white and black. Okay, let's say grayish. First of all, for this study, you can make the sky black, turn off the fog, clouds, and ground.
This
You
is
don't
character
need that.
lighting. This is not really going.
Yeah.
I can go over
Yeah.
environmental. Actually, I have a render I gotta do later, so I can use that as my example for making outdoor lighting. I can choose that as my example, but right now I think Tim will go over mainly character lighting. I'll go over outdoor lighting when I get around to that.
If you want, I can show the outdoor lighting
No,
later.
it's fine. I'm already making. I already have
Okay.
a render I want to make anyway, so it's not really. It's not like.
Okay. Okay.
So it'll just be meaningless.
So yeah, don't forget about render settings. I'll put it like this for
Also,
now.
Being said, there's something being said which is like half. I'll move the chat a bit so that you can see Tim's render settings or whatever he does. But there's two ways you can go about render settings. You can be Tim and other lighting artists that are smarter than me, who will change up the render settings depending on. I'm just gonna move this here for right now. Who will or actually just forget the chat right now. I don't need it. You can be like other lighting artists and change up the render settings for every render, which is generally more recommended if you want to make like a more like if you want to be more competent with lighting. It's usually more recommended to change up your render settings with every render. Or you can be an idiot like me and never change your render settings, because my render settings have been the exact same for like a year. So it really depends on how you do stuff, but I've always had the same render settings for lighting, and it does generally work for me. But if you don't like having your render settings if you don't want your render settings to be consistent because you want to be more malleable with your lighting, then I recommend doing what Bean said in his tutorial, and changing up your render settings every render, so you can always get exactly what you want without having to like stick to one thing. That's what old Minimator had to worry about. In old Minimator, like pre 5, like you had to stick to one render setting. You couldn't change it up. It wasn't very malleable, and lighting back then was extremely finicky. So it took you it does take you longer, but at the same time, it also was a lot quicker back then to make lighting because you didn't really have to think about too much. Now that we're in 2.0, and you can actually change render settings and stuff to be you could be extremely like diverse through render settings now. You can change a lot now, and it does make lighting generally more confusing. But if you know how to like work around that, then it is like and I'll say it's easy. Lighting is definitely not easy. It's probably one of the hardest things I do. But like, it would be way more efficient. It's way more efficient to like just learn how render settings work because they are important. That's why beam main tutorial is generally like the best one. It's generally the best because it goes over how render settings work. It goes over mainly how render settings work, which is like the best. Which is probably the best if you want to learn how Animator lighting works, but for lighting in general, it's usually best to like for lighting in general, it's usually best to I forgot where I was going. For lighting in general, it's best to just learn how actual lighting works, but for this is just gonna mainly go over how this is going over mainly character lighting. I just want to quickly preface.
So yeah, like
later on I'm gonna get into making a render, so I'm probably gonna work more on character lighting. I'm gonna show how environmental lighting works, at least for me.
mhm.
You take a
So yeah, to addition what Brandon said, well, yeah, I change my render settings like every time. I never have a certain render settings. So yeah,
not
so
really crucial.
when you only learning lighting, the best exercise I can advise. So I made the whole my scenery like white and black. You can do that in color correction tab, and by decreasing the saturation to 0, you can get an image like this. Yeah, it doesn't look pleasant for now because it's like white and black, but for understanding the shadows and lighting itself, it's a really good thing. So yeah, for now I have only one light source. It will be the main one. This light source is needed to cast the main lighted area and the shadows. This is what I will use it for, to add my shadows to the character. So okay, I will leave it like this, I think. Yeah, also, I think, well, talking about this situation, also, yeah, another thing, never use radical like colors, like never use pitch white, use a bit decreased one, like more grayish one. The same thing goes for the yeah. The same thing goes for the shadows, but for this study we leave it like black. So yeah.
Can I add something?
Mhm.
Sometimes whenever I do lighting, I usually like I usually have the general ambient be pretty dark. I make it a very slight variant of I make it the slight main color of the scene. So if I'm doing like a nighttime render, I make it like a very dark desaturated blue, because I want to make it like that be the general like lighting, like the general ambient color will be like a dark blue fill light. But I'll make the lighting in general very bright, like the point lights and stuff very bright, because those are going to be the ones that illuminate it. And what that will do, it will help with contrast and will allow the shadows to be there. Because if you have your ambient too bright, but also have very bright lighting, your shadows kind of disappear. I've seen that happen with a few people's renders, and I usually recommend making your ambient very dark, but also setting your lighting very bright, so that way you can establish a good shadow contrast.
Yeah. So, okay, let's continue. So, for now, with one light source and the shadow, we have image like this, but we make it way more beautiful. Well, when we talk about Minecraft renders, the thing you always need to keep in mind that to make your character look better than it actually is, you always need to add gradients to your character. What do you mean? What do I mean? So, as you can see on the face of the Steve, it's completely one color on it, like just white, and that's it. Yeah, it looks boring, and you can just add another light source. Let's call it, I don't know, face gradient, like this. And for now, what we are focusing for is adding the gradient to the face to make it look more, I don't know, less flat, let's say. So, why I said not to use a pitch white color, because we always need to have more range of colors. So, as my main light is light gray, I can higher the color value of my new added spotlight. So, yeah, to make it more clear. And now, by just adjusting this spotlight, we can make a nice gradient to our character. And it looks way more better than we had before.
It's more pleasing to look at.
Yeah.
I'll
So
also
yeah,
keep
as you
the
can
shadow
see.
dark.
Also, yeah, we will move to shadows a bit later. For now, we also need to focus on the way character appears to the viewer. So I don't like that, like the like side of my character is pitch black. So it's all in a shadow, and I want to fix it.
Welcome back, Jesse.
So
Tim's giving a lighting tutorial right now.
Alright.
Yeah.
You might want to
So-
listen to this. This would be useful for you.
So I add another light source to make the side of a character not this black, not in the shadow so hard. So I use another I copy the main light and move it to the back of my character, and I try to lighten up the side of my character. But the thing you should always focus on is not to break your original lighting idea, and this is very important. But for now, the thing we are focusing is to add depth to our render, to our lighting. We want everything to feel natural and like with depth, like I mentioned before. So, by adjusting the settings of my light source, you can see that I added some kind of rim light, let's say. Well, it's not actually a rim light, but we
gradient
already... Yeah, we added more gradient to our
Uh,
character.
Guys,
It's-
I'll be going now. I'm
Alright.
gonna go to bed.
Bye,
It's
Venus.
not even
Yeah,
8.
Venus.
It's not even 8, but I'm so tired. I'm gonna sleep.
Alright, bye, Venus. Thanks for joining.
Okay.
Good night everyone.
Good night.
Bye. Have a
Thanks for
good
joining.
have a good stream.
Thanks.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye.
Good night.
Yeah.
And same thing with the hand. Okay. So now it looks way better than it was before. So this is the start, and this is the what we have at this moment. And this result looks way more pleasant for me. And well, now I come back to the gradients. I also want to add some gradient to the side of the head.
Hello.
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 Tim's giving me a little light tutorial for my stream right now.
No way. Hello, stream.
Anyway, Darth Lilo's not here.
Oh my god. This is real.
Real.
Where's exotic mildew?
I think she's asleep or working on homework right now.
Neither of those correlate with each other.
Like
I mean,
this.
she's either doing one or the other. She hasn't DM'd me yet.
She's asleep while doing her homework.
No, asleep,
So-
asleep
This is
or
kinda like
doing
that.
her
I know.
homework.
Fucking wait!
Ah!
So, I think for now it's kinda clear what I was doing. And the last thing we want to adjust is the shadow. Well, the light has a thing that its light actually bounces from the surfaces. And we always have to keep that in mind. So, by knowing this fact, we understand that the shadow isn't supposed to be this black. Because we have a head like here and... Well, yeah. So, and now some tricky thing that we're gonna do. So I grab another source light. I will use... well, it doesn't really matter, so I use another phase gradient one. And I will call it shadow corrective.
Or just shadow fill, either one works.
Yeah, the the namings are up to you. And what I do now, I go to the appearance tab and disable render shadows, because I don't want this light source to cast any shadows. And now I'm trying to fix the shadow I'm having here.
The same principles also work with point lights too. It's not like you have to use spotlights for everything. Spotlights and point lights both have uses, but this generally works with just any sort of lighting.
Yeah, that's fair. I think
Wait, actually, hold
it's
up.
better for
Someone
me
asked
to
a question.
use
I
point
guess
light.
this just
Yes.
very depends on person. What do you use mainly more, spotlights or point lights?
Well, okay, talking about spotlights and point lights, what do you need to know? Point lights are way more laggier
Effects
than
rarity.
spotlights. Than spotlights. Point lights require more computer resources.
Yeah,
I think they have, like, a
Brandon
general-
over here has a project where there's fucking 64 point lights.
Don't worry about it. So
Never
if you
take
wanna,
lighting advice for Brandon. He'll have you add.
I literally said
3,000
early in
lights
the
to
stream-
3 million point lights.
I literally
Listen
said
to-
this earlier in stream. I'm not making a lighting tutorial mainly because my lighting is so stupid that I'm pretty sure everyone will suffer if they learn lighting from me.
3 million point
Okay. If you want a general description of what point lights and spotlights do, spotlights cast light in a very specific direction. It depends on where the light is facing, and point lights cast light in all directions.
Area shadow.
The thing also why I mainly use spotlights is because they are more. Well, I have more
Flexible.
controls over spotlights rather than point lights.
They're more flexible.
Yeah, they're way more flexible. But it actually depends on you. I prefer to use spotlights. So
Well,
yeah, so what do I do now? I don't want to. I don't want my light source, like shadow corrective one, to be this bright. Never make it like
I don't use
bright.
Kind Master. I use After Effects for editing. Don't leave Jacko. He's lying to you.
What the fuck is Kind Master?
The
So-
little
You've never
ethics
heard of
of-
Kind Master?
I know, I'm.
Fine Meister
Okay,
is based.
okay.
Jesus Christ, you people are so
So-
dense.
To make it more clear, let me disable all the gradients one and leave only main and shadow corrective. So, the thing is that your shadow corrective color is supposed to kinda fade into your main color. Like you can see here, you can't really define where is what, and that's good. And now you like place it the way it feel natural, somewhere like this. And I also will decrease the value of my color somewhere around here. And that's it. And now let's enable all the other soft light light sources. And this is the result you get only by using like 3, 4, 5, 6 light sources. And well, this is a really good practice for understanding light. It will also make you feel comfortable when you work with shadows and stuff. So yeah, I really recommend to use this practice.
You can also take advantage of other stuff in Minimare, like indirect lighting, to also help somewhat fill it. I don't recommend using indirect all the time because indirect in Minimare is exactly the best. So I would more recommend like using actual lighting to fill in the like using a point light to fill in. But if you don't have that, if you want to actually use indirect to like work on the process a little bit more, then I'd recommend using then use indirect. But I more recommend just using like other point lights to fill that in, as it makes it like way more controllable. Yeah, that's more controllable.
The disadvantage of
That was a
the
lot of words.
shadow corrective light source is the thing that it's really hard to implement into animation. The thing is that your character is always moving, and it's really hard to keep on track where your shadows are and how bright they are supposed to be. Like sometimes it's really hard to figure out. So yeah, we have a feature in Minimator 2.0 called indirect lighting, which actually does the same thing we did with shadow corrective. But the thing why I don't use indirect lighting is that it's really buggy. I mean, I just don't like the way it works.
Yeah, generally, how indirect lighting works in Minimer is that it's screen space, and what that means is like the lighting will only cast stuff on stuff that's actually seen, so by the camera. So if it's not seen by the camera, it will not project anything, and that's generally why it's not as like efficient as you might think. Because since it's not actually casting light from stuff that isn't seen, it will only cast stuff that actually is seen. It just will not project it, which will cause it to disappear in a lot of areas, which isn't really that efficient. Exactly.
Yeah.
Actually, that's not how it works.
Actually, fuck you.
Also,
No,
the thing.
Brandon, they always cast. It won't bounce off things that it doesn't see.
Oh,
Yeah,
If
yeah.
the ray goes off screen, it no longer exists.
Mhm.
Wherever the camera doesn't see it, might as well just not be
So
there.
yeah. Also, I think you always should keep in mind is where your main light source. Like, let's say this sphere is our light source that casts light. I'll put it like somewhere around here. Okay. Just to make it more clear. So this is our light source, and the thing you always should focus on is that, like, let's say your light source is here and it casts light like this. So it means that your gradient and your overall lighting should go from this direction. Well, you can, but you shouldn't put your light sources somewhere around here.
Unless you want
'Cause-
to make a rim light to.
Or you want to have a
make
fill light in the
characters stand out.
background, but it's not really recommended.
Yeah,
Well,
because
mostly it's like a style-based stuff.
Maybe
Well,
that's not what
If
you
you
prefer.
want
Yeah.
to make characters
Yeah,
stand out really
yeah.
much, you can make a rim light behind them. But
yeah, but for now we are focusing on shadows. Because let's say your light source that viewer sees comes from this direction, right? But your shadow is falling not on this side, but on this one. And it will really look strange, I think. Like let's try it. So keep in mind our light source is here, but if my shadows start to come from opposite direction,
yeah.
You start to see how
It
that doesn't make any sense.
yeah, it doesn't, like, at all. And this is the most common mistake a lot of people does for some reason. Like, always keep in mind where's your light coming from to make stuff feel more natural. So yeah, that's it.
That's it for your lighting tutorial.
Yeah.
And with these simple steps, your mind will be great.
Yippee! I can finally get to kill myself.
Yippee! Keep in mind, you don't have to stick to these exactly. These can always be changed depending on like what your style or what you want to go for. But these are stuff you should keep in mind, as it will help you like improve your lighting a lot more and make it feel more clear.
Yeah.
Make your lighting
I mean,
feel
I
clear
could
and make
have
sure your
said
subject
how
is seen.
lighting works in
Remember, you don't have
P4,
to follow the
but,
exact
yeah.
steps. You can just follow what was the baseline and then go from there. And
Exactly.
just improvise as you continue.
Like
Yeah.
what I do.
Because that's how
Okay.
we learn, people.
Talking about rim lights, the way I do
I'm
it,
gonna get to editing now
um,
because I literally just finished rendering the other thing I was working on.
No, I don't care.
Okay.
let's say we have a situation where... Okay, the same situation. So our light source come from this way. So, and we have only one light source, like in this on the screen. Like the viewer can see only one logical light source. So it means that you actually can, in terms of in terms of style choices, you actually can add a rim light somewhere like somewhere here.
Yeah.
I mean, you can do that, but I don't really like this approach because it doesn't seem natural. It also makes your character always stand out from the background, and in some ways it works fine, but most of the time you want your character to be a part of the scenery.
Of the scenery.
Yeah, the scenery where your character is. So it will be way more better to add rim light, not here on the right, but on the left.
Where
Yeah.
your main light source is coming from.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I have been using my animator for 11 years and I have been doing the same stuff all over and over again.
I mainly just what's in my lighting just changes a lot. My lighting is never really too consistent. I mean, I have a style that's somewhat consistent. My lighting approach is never really consistent.
My style is always kind of the same. I mean,
You also just be, and also I'm really stupid with lighting. Don't take inspiration from how I do lighting in my projects. Your computer will probably explode. And also, I'm not smart at all with lighting. I'm very much not a professional with lighting.
I mean, I would have used 2.0 and probably learned the lighting how it works there, but my laptop doesn't like compete.
I mean, I do Aurora Borealis on my laptop, so like.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm kind of stick to
What you
P4
doing?
and still using like
Just
lighting to P4.
trying to figure out a bug right now.
Oh, screen share.
There's not much to screen
I
share.
don't care.
It's quite literally just ice cube
Also,
source.
something that I usually don't do, I usually don't mess with like intensity on rim lights because it's not really it's sometimes very finicky, at least for me. So I usually just mess with the character's subsurface and I mess with my render setting within my render settings rather than I mess with the strength because it's way more controllable at least, and also you get to control how thick your rim is. If you want to keep your rim consistent, at least your rim's consistent. That's how I at least do it. It depends on the person though.
Well, yeah. Always keep in mind that all lighting approach are
Based
like
on yourself.
yeah,
That
based.
mainly depends. What's your recommended lighting subsurface level? It really just depends on how your style is. It depends if you want like really like softer rims or really like thick like noticeable rims like what I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, a small trick talking about subsurface. I usually use it to make lighting more gradientish. I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's what it helps with that also. But but this person asks what I use 1.5 for my subsurface level. But if I'm doing like an animatronic for instance, where it has like a more like thinner shell, then I'll use like 1.25 or lower. So I mean, I can still get a rim, but it won't like pierce through. 1.5 is usually my default though. I usually stick to 1.5 for really everything.
As example, here I really increased the value of subsurface properties, like somewhere around 2, just to make the lighting feel way more smoother than it is.
Feel softer.
Yeah, well, the thing is that you lose all the cool rim lights. Yeah, but on the other hand, you get nice gradients.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's always depends on the feel you want to get and on the scene you're currently working on. But
I said before, like it always depends on the style. If you want for a more realistic style, you should have more SSS. But if you want to go for more cartoonish styles, you should have less SSS to make rim lights and etc.
Yeah.
A lot of this just mainly depends on style. I still say though, if you want to learn like a more like concrete way of how to learn like how render settings in Minecraft work, then I recommend watching Bean Beans. He goes over how render settings in Minecraft works along with just other lighting principles that you should know. But
yeah, as well as
if you want to, but generally what Tim was teaching is better for just lighting in general. It's just generally like better if you want to learn how lighting works just in general, but just recommending that just in case anyone didn't catch up on that.
You can also make like the thing harder if you want. In other practice, I would recommend. So first of all, you set up your scene. You add a surface to your project. It will be a floor. Okay, now it works.
My notifications are weird. I start late.
be so funny if I would just scream.
Okay.
I would bet it's like what, 2 a.m.
It's 4 a.m. for me.
It
Remind
is.
me, what region do you live?
Closer to Asia.
Okay, see.
Yeah. Now you add sphere to your scene. And let's go. So another practice is, it's not really character based, more like just understanding of light.
Lighting with geometry.
So yeah, how another practice to understand light. So you put a sphere. Also, this practice can work with colors, how colors worked in terms of lighting, but we can move to that later. So I do the same thing. I make the ambient pitch black and add a light source, main, and I do the same thing. I add the light source somewhere around here. Okay, we can leave it like this. So, also, yeah, never forget. So, the thing you always need to understand is that light is always bounces from the surfaces. This is actually how we see stuff. We don't really see the objects. We see the light that is reflected from these objects. So, as example, if we keep in mind that light always bounces from the surfaces, this side of the sphere isn't supposed to be black, because we have a white plane behind it. So the light actually bounces from this plane to the back of our sphere. So okay, by keeping that in mind, I will add a point light, disable shadows. And now I will try to imitate these bounces. I'll make this light source not this intense. Let's call it also shadow corrective. Okay, somewhat like this.
Some of the stuff also
And
works
also-
Animator if you're using if you're not using 2.0, these principles also would work for old Animator. But
Yeah,
not
yeah.
really as effective in old Animator. Something else I'd want to recommend. If you're using community builds, this is specifically a community build thing. If you want to have even more control of your lighting, like, oh, I want this corrective light to only touch the sphere, but I don't want it to touch anything else, you can take advantage of something called light groups. And what light groups will do is it will make your lights only affect one it will only make your lights affect one object instead of everything, which will allow you to be even more precise about how your lighting is supposed to work. I use light groups all the time. They're extremely useful with helping to break apart your lighting a bit more, and it allows you to be selective about like what your lighting should be controlling, really. I'm not the best at explaining, but that's basically how I explain lighting, or how I explain light groups. Light groups are decently self-explanatory though, so it shouldn't really be too hard to figure it out on the spot.
So, and here's the result we got. So yeah. We imitated the bounces from the plane we had. Let's turn it off and get the first result. So this is what we had, and this is what we got. Way more natural result. And the last thing that we should implement is that our sphere is also white. It's pretty light, I would say. So never forget that light bounces off from every object. So we also got to imitate the bounces from our sphere. And it will look somewhat like this. Let me show you. Somewhat like this. So our light bounced from the sphere and lightened the floor a bit. Not too hard. A bit. So yeah. Well, and also this practice will work with colors. Let me show you. So now I get my saturation back to 100 and make this plain red like this. So when light source bounces from the surface, it's also gets a color of the surface is bouncing off. So it means that this part of a sphere is supposed to be red. So I take my shadow correctives and make them red. Also, the shadow here also supposed to be red, because the lighting also bounces from the sphere, from the plane. I can even make this one reddish, somewhat like this. I also will add another spotlight somewhere here. What it actually does? I see. Okay, it works. Okay, let's leave it like this. So, yeah. I think that's all I wanted to show.
What basically you just do is just like light, since
I
the
explained-
wall is red, everything should just cast around. Everything like from that. Okay, I'm bad at explaining. Also, I don't know why I'm trying to explain.
So, yeah. Well, in the first try, we worked only with light and black colors, right? Only, well, yeah, black and white. This is how we actually understand the way lighting works. But when it comes to colors, you also have to keep some stuff in mind. So when the light bounces from the surface, it also gets a color of the surface it bounces from. So if my bouncing object is red, it means that light that bounces from this object will be red. Yeah. Is it confusing?
Lighting is a bit confusing, but you eventually get the hang of it after a bit, or you just be me and still being a bumbling idiot.
Okay, so let's try to make it more simple. So let's say that our wall is red. So when light bounces from this wall, because it's black, it means that bounced light will be red too. Because bounced light always takes the color of the object it bounces from.
And it just bounces back into the rest of the scene.
Yeah.
That's is that everything you wanted to go over?
I would have explained 2.1. Pre-4 lighting, but
I mean, these principles really just also can go for pre-4
yeah,
lighting. Also,
they
it doesn't
work
really,
the same.
these don't really
just-
change. The methods change a
These
little bit, but it's basically the same stuff.
These principles work everywhere in every software, but the thing is that should I explain the difference between engines, render engines?
So basically, what I'm gonna say, pre-4 is more simplified license.
Extremely simplified.
License system, but 2.0 is much more flexible system of lighting and works much more better. Since what we're doing in pre-4, users who use pre-4 still, we scale
Yeah, there's you and Jax
the
who
model
still use
to
pre-4
up
for
to-
lighting.
Yeah, we scale the model up
You don't want to
to
move,
8 or
and Jax's
10.
computer can't handle it, so...
Mine is the same. So usually we scale the model to have a better shadows, since when the model is of a scale 1, shadows usually don't work. And in
ugly.
pre-4 we have, they work, but they breaking mostly.
Okay, I'll explain
So-
like this. In 2.0, we have shadow size, which will allow you to control how like soft or how sharp a shadow is. If you were to turn up the size, you can see how the shadow is way more spread out.
Yeah,
In old Mine
I can show.
you don't have that. It's basically you have to stick to one setting with lighting. In old Minimator, it was called shadow blur size, and whatever you had as that stays as that. You can't control that in any way possible, which keeps your lighting. Which, if you have a stronger one, makes all your lighting look soft, or if you had a very thin, like most people did back then, your lighting always looks really sharp. And you can't really have a middle ground or really control that at all. You kind of have to just stick to that because it's all you really had. And you can't exactly fake it
Also-
either, and it's way too much. It's a giant process to fake it too.
Also, in pre-4, we usually fake out SSS, since we don't have that.
Most people just didn't
We
bother
have
with that
only
at the
option
time,
like
'cause
using
we
a
didn't
bleed
have it.
light. Yeah. So we usually just use bleed light to. I don't know how kind of mimic the SSS.
Bleed light was basically the
usually.
primitive SSS at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just vent.
And we all still use. Well, I still use like.
You and Jaxie still
color
use
contrast
pre-4.
100.
Still use like pre-4.
I mean, no. I mean, like,
Use
I still
squeaky
use
gaming
contrast
chair.
to 150.
Yeah, okay, I get
Yeah,
what you
since it makes lighting more, kind of.
Yeah, but you don't really need that at the beginning. So okay, I opened pre-4, the old Minimator, and I would say that all the principles I told you about today, they work the same way.
They do, yeah.
Yeah. Damn, how smooth the old Minimator is!
Yeah, it's very optimized.
Kill swoop! Kill swoop!
Kill swoop us with hammers. I remember when I could actually light in real time.
Nah.
So, this is pre-4, like, old Minimator, and you can apply all the knowledge you have.
Wizard.
Yeah,
I'll be a lot more
the
limited.
same way. Yeah, you will be more limited, but in terms of practice, it will be enough.
Mhm.
Oh god.
And it's more potato PC friendly since.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Old Miner
Let's just
could basically
say.
run anything. You could basically run anything on old
Yeah.
Minimator.
Yeah. Render times are much more
Yeah.
merciful.
God, I missed those
Since I
days.
remember, I rendered how much? 5 seconds of animation for, like, what? 1
Yeah.
hour?
I remember when I can render stuff on my laptop. Good times. If only. If only I could get those years back.
I don't have PC, so yeah, I'm limited with my laptop more usually.
Dude, my
That's why I'm
laptop was
still on
suffering when we got 2.0 originally. I thought, so new Minimator runs fine. So pre-4 runs pretty fine. I think I'll be pretty fine using just my laptop. I was very wrong.
You were a fool.
Yeah, it turns out I was a fool. Turns out I was an idiot, and my laptop ran terribly. I mean, it didn't run horribly.
So-
I can run and still do lighting with it. There are people who have it way worse who literally can't even do lighting. I know someone who, well, I think I can mention it. Jaxie, when Jaxie tried using 2.0 for his stuff, his computer would just blue screen whenever he tried
Hello,
doing lighting. Hi, Aaron, I'm live streaming.
Oh. At least we don't have that.
Also,
His computer was straight up
yeah,
blue screen when he started doing lighting. So it's usually, so it just depends really on the computer. If you can't use 2.0, don't use it. Just stick to Home Animator. If you can use it, use it. At least.
Good run of your life.
Yes.
Yeah. he is.
also, so thank you. Is that old Minimator
Dude,
really terrible
left.
at blending
He knew.
at blending light? Like,
Yeah.
as you can see here,
Much more harder.
Shadows blend a lot worse than Home
here
Animator.
you can, yeah, you can see it how bad it is.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you
And-
know 2.0 and like you actually use older Minimator, you can realize how horribly 2.0's lighting, old Minimator's lighting is. Like, it was easier to do, but it wasn't exactly great. Like 2.0's lighting sucks. Like when you
Yeah.
actually think about it.
I mean,
But it is
Brandon, you
far
can show
easier to
me
use.
renders I sent on mic. Like, I can tell where P4 and where 2.0.
Hmm?
I mean, you can show my renders in no mic, which I sent.
Render settings also depend
Like,
on
the
people.
last
but
one is
this was
2.0.
ISIS 2.0 last 2.0 render.
Yeah, and which I mentioned replied to is P4. Wait, yeah.
And this one here is his normal pre-4 stuff.
Yeah, I still have this render. It's kind of.
I know people who
So,
also don't switch because
yeah.
it also is a style thing. Like their style only works in old Minimator. It can't really be translatable into Minimator, which I get. But at the same time, it is also very much limiting yourself because there's so much stuff in 2.0 that you could be taking advantage of and you just don't. So,
I mean, yeah.
depends on the people, but if you really want to, I would recommend switching more personally. If your computer can handle it, of course. If you can make the switch, I recommend switching, because sticking to something like, oh, style is not consistent, I'd recommend if you are moving 2.0, just upgrade your style to a whole different style. Because my style, compared to what my old, I can pull up my old renders, right? Compared to what I used to do in lighting when we used to have old Minimator, my style has very much changed since then. And that's because it's better to more adapt to what 2.0 gives you rather than just being stuck to what you being stuck to old Minimator, because old Minimator is a lot more limited. This one gives you more features and is a ton more like, you can manipulate around like a bunch of other stuff. So I recommend more just using old Minimator. I recommend using new Minimator for a lot of like, if you want to upgrade if you want to have like a different look to your stuff and make your stuff feel more like nice, I guess. Because this is how my stuff used to look before. This is my older stuff before 2.0 really came out. Before 2.0 came out, this is what I was basically doing at the time. And compare this to, well, let's...
Okay, I go. Bye bye, guys.
By Lilith.
Yeah.
And we go to what I do now. My lighting has very much changed a lot. Well, it's still somewhat the same. Like, I still take advantage of a lot of rims, and I still use a lot of, like... I still use a lot of lighting to, like, make the character more focused.
Red colors.
But my style in general with like shadows and a bunch of other stuff has greatly changed a lot since moving to 2.0, and that's because I actually took the time to learn the new 2.0 features, and I take advantage now of those features. So
yeah,
if you can make the switch, I would generally recommend switching a lot more, because it greatly stops limiting. It no longer limits yourself, and you get access to a whole bunch of really cool stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
So I recommend more switching. I recommend more switching if you can, but if you don't, but you don't have to switch if you don't want to or you just can't. I'm not a cop. You can do whatever. But if you can switch, do it, because I'd more recommend it. If you're gonna stick to just, oh, my lighting like style only, this is for style. If you can't function around 2.0, that's fine, I guess. But if it's just like, oh, if you know how to use it, but it's just, oh, my style is limited, it's kind of a bad excuse for why you can't use 2.0. If you can use it and you know how to use it, use it. Don't just stick to the old stuff just because it's what you're used to.
Well,
you kind of get out of comfort zone.
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
better to
Try
get out of your
something new.
comfort zone. If you can, of course. If you can't upgrade 2.0, then I wouldn't really recommend it. It's better to just like,
Also-
what you got, if you can't do it.
also the thing you should know about Pre4, like all older Minimator versions, is that it's way harder to make outdoor lighting in old Minimator since, yeah, the lighting system was way more primitive back then.
Yeah.
So this is the result I had in Pre 4, and I suffered to do such lighting there. Like, there's a lot of light
Yeah, I can
sources. There's
Yeah,
a
I
lot
can
of
tell.
light sources just to make it look like natural enough, but
Compared to something in 2.0, which you can do much easier with way less.
Well,
yeah,
I guess it really
yeah.
depends on the person.
It really, it
'cause-
also kind of does, but generally, it is generally the truth. Lighting in old Minimator is super limited, and when you move over and you look back, you kind of realize how dogshit old Minimator actually is, and it gets so much harder to do lighting in older Minimator just because of the limitations, just because how limited older Minimator is. But it really also, again, just depends on the person and what you're doing. But
Yeah, because I can do lighting perfectly fine.
you can do lighting perfectly
The
fine,
same.
but Jackson, when you're able to move to 2.0 and you try going back to old Minimator, you'll see what we mean. You'll see what we mean. Like,
Yeah.
you'll very
Yeah,
much see
but
what we
either
mean.
way, I'm not gonna like
You can't even
So-
move
Like,
anyway,
say
so
that.
you can't even move anyway.
I can't
And-
move anyways, but like I'm not gonna look back at my old stuff and compare it to the new.
Yeah,
'cause, I
but
mean,
even if then, if you try, no, it's all about what you can do now. If you can work in old Minimator, good for you. But like, if you can move, and you, let's say, right, you can move and you do move, but then you think, I want to try doing like an older Minimator. So you go back to older Minimator, see like what you can do. You realize when you do lighting in old Minimator, you realize how limited old Minimator actually is. And lighting, which became more like easier to understand when you move to 2.0, is a lot harder to understand when you go back, because you kind of realize how like less like flexible it is. That's what we're trying to say.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
But,
for
like,
my-
so, it depends on the person.
Depends really. If you still
From
remember,
my-
if you still retain your
yeah,
old
it
Minimator knowledge,
does.
then sure. But like, if you can't, if you switch, and if you're like me and Tim, and you try going back to old Minimator, it literally just becomes like the worst experience of your life, because lighting becomes so much harder to do compared to new Minimator, where lighting is kind of just that a lot easier to do also.
It also depends on the result you want to get. In older Minimator, it's easier to get more stylized, less realistic stuff. What do I mean? Since old Minimator uses like some kind of imitation of SSS called bleed light, and a way more simple lighting system.
I still kind of prefer bleed light over.
Same.
It depends on
Same.
the person. Like, I don't
It's
like
simpler, one
subsurface
button.
very
Yeah.
much. It's not. I don't like subsurface a lot of the time. But again, it really depends on the person, because there's some people who prefer
Same,
subsurface
same.
over bleed light.
Same.
It just really
Uh,
depends,
What's the
honestly.
problem? It's much simpler to press one button next to
Yeah, Charlo,
Well,
dude, you do not know how many times I've been in calls with Charlo, and whenever he's doing lighting, he just complains so much about how much he fucking hates subsurface, and he wishes like bleed light just came back, because he just hates subsurface. Like, subsurface just doesn't work for him compared to bleed light, where you can just press a button and there you go. It becomes
Yeah.
it's a lot more of a hassle.
I feel the same when I open 2.0. I like why.
Oh.
You get used
Yeah,
to it
we've-
eventually. You get used to it eventually, but like, oh my god, I just prefer bleed light more just because of how more flexible it is, especially for like my style. Because then it also depends on style. If subsurface works better for your style, then that's fine. But if it doesn't work for you and you're used to how old bleed light used to work, then you kind of built your style around bleed light, it gets a lot harder to do lighting. It's a lot harder to do it.
Yeah.
So, talking about bleed light and SSS, the thing you should know is that with bleed light is way easier to get a more stylized look. Like here, like you can see that the rim lights, the outline is pretty much like stylized. It seems to be 2D. Yeah, but if you want to get a more natural result, like more realistic, bleed light is not your friend. It doesn't look like right at all.
It doesn't. It doesn't
so-
really help. Let's switch it. It works
Yeah.
in some situations. Doesn't really work for others.
Yeah. So here, I tried to make a more realistic lighting, but with these outlines, it just doesn't look like it. And here's the example, and here's the here's the 2.0. Well, yeah, it doesn't look this stylized as a previous example, but it looks way more natural. Like here, as example, like
Wait, I found one.
so yeah, if you focus on more organic look, more realistic approach, then you should pick 2.0. But if you want to make a more stylized stuff and let's say you don't want to bother yourself with a lot of implementation 2.0 has, you can stick to pre-4,
It really
but
depends on the person, honestly.
yeah.
I
Yeah,
always
it always
switch,
depends
even
on
though
you.
I kind of prefer old miner a bit more because like render times and also the fact like Blue Lake existed.
Yeah.
2.0 more benefits my style now than it did back then because now I focus on my style now is kind of pseudo realism. Well, not it's like cartoony realism where I will stick to realism when it comes to my lighting, but I will bend it a bit to be more cartoony, which is what I mainly go for now. So
Yeah.
for stuff like that, it
so-
it mainly depends on like
Mhm.
what you're doing. It mainly just depends on your style, really. It really just depends on your style.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Also,
okay, Tim, continue.
oh, okay. So yeah. Also, the thing you should always keep in mind that in Minimator, like in the old Minimator, it's way harder to blend two light sources together, like to blend them into. Yeah, okay, it's harder to make gradients. I showed you before in old Minimator, because as I showed you, it's really in several light sources.
After a certain bit, like lighting, like it becomes really hard to blend it, and that's mainly an issue. Like if you look like on the top
Yeah.
of the sphere here, the lighting gradient is terrible. Like it does not work at all.
Mhm.
But that's mainly. And if you go to 2.0, for instance, you can see like lighting in general, like the lighting blends a lot more naturally in 2.0 because shadow blending has gone a lot better since then. Has gotten better.
Yes.
Stuff like that is the reason why I kind of moved to 2.0 because it's generally less avoidable and also lets you get the result you actually want compared to the old miner where you kind of had to do too much tomfuckery to actually get it to work properly.
Also, yeah, and in the conclusion, the lighting approach in old Minimator is way more messier than in new Minimator. Because as a lighting artist, you will, especially Minimator lighting artist, you will face a thing that you don't really use an engine, a random engine, let's say program. You're not really using a program, you're fighting with it. Yeah, so and
Old miner is
in
basically
pre-4
constant battle.
in old Minimator the battle is way more intense than in new Minimator because from my experience when I make lighting in Minimator I always suffer from engine. I really feel like I'm struggling with the program itself, the way it works. Yeah, and I always try to bend it. And in 2.0 it's easier to make because it has less bugs and less I don't know, less well 2.0 has more complexity.
I'll give it. I'll tell you like this. I'll say it like this. 2.0 is basically like you take medicine. 2.0 is it's like taking medicine. 2.0 it works, but it will give you basically like a cramp every once in a while. Like 2.0 will just give you like a stomach cramp every once in a while. With old Minimator, you take that medicine, it might work for a bit, but then after a bit, it basically gives you HIV.
Yeah, but you can also make a stylized look in 2.0
You can. It is. It's kind of what
if you have enough knowledge.
It's what I try going for now, at least.
Yeah, Brandon as example. I don't really focus on stylized stuff,
Yeah,
so
you
yeah,
focus
I
more
make it
realism
more
everywhere.
gradient. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. What's it?
Well,
Actually, no. I have a better. Actually, no. I'll redo my other example. Using new Minimator, it's basically like, I'll just reuse my same example I said. Like, if you use new Minimator, you might get like a stomach ulcer, like a stomach cramp every once in a while, but it's generally more usable in 2.0. In old Minimator, you take it, it works for a bit, but then all of a sudden your arms start rotting away. Like, it's not it after a bit it just becomes a giant struggle to actually use new Minimator just because of like how like limited old Minimator actually is compared to how it is now. Like
Yeah. So
yeah, it's just way easier now in 2.0 to do lighting. Like at least for me, and Tim, for instance, who wants to do more realism, it works better. But if you're like, let's say like, if you want to stay to 2.0, like old Minimator, because like it feels way less, it gives you like what you need. You don't really want to focus on too much crazy stuff. That's fine enough. It's certainly fine enough. But like, if you don't want to if you want to start using more realism, if you want to not stick to realism, then yeah, it's generally better to just stick to like old Minimator. But if you want to do more realism, stick to new Minimator because it gives you more features. And if you want to do both, I recommend 2.0 anyway, because you basically get best of both worlds. You'll be able to stylize your stuff if you try hard enough, but you'll also be able to take advantage of new features like realism. Or just generally better lighting. Also, you kind of have to wrap this up quickly because I want to actually make that render. I also want to explain outdoor lighting.
Okay, let me show the last thing and we'll go to the conclusion.
All right.
So. Oh fuck, my animator dies.
I'd recommend not rendering. Just go to the scene you want and then just render it after.
Yeah. My God, 3 FPS.
PC.
Oh my
Bro, I
PC.
got RTX 3060 and it can't handle my animator.
Yeah, also something to know with 2.0, it runs a lot worse. Like Minimator's performance in 2.0 is so ass, but you kind of just have to get used to it if you are going to use it. It doesn't matter what PC, it will lag a lot.
You guys, shut up. I have Radeon graphics. Deal with it.
But
Bless you.
My laptop is much more powerful.
okay, let me show a video instead,
My cat sneezed.
cause it's a torture.
Minimator will just not work.
I have a rendered one, so it's better to show the rendered one instead. Where? Here it is. So yeah. So it's way harder to get a result like this in 2.0 than in old Minimator.
You will have to sacrifice some of your
and
sanity.
if you want to do something like this in old Minimator, that kind of be basically impossible. Because 2.0 allows for a lot of stuff that makes stuff like this way more possible.
It is kind of possible, but you
It's kind of, but it takes it's a lot more work than if you kind of just use 2.0. I mean, you can do good outdoor lighting. I've seen Jax do some incredible outdoor lighting, even with old Minimator. But like, it really also just depends. But because he actually understands 2.0 more, since I'm more used to new Minimator, I cannot do good outdoor lighting anymore. Also, this was so this scene, Penna told me, Laldar animated it and Tim did lighting for it.
So yeah, well,
Yeah, that's
talking
native
about
Minimator,
lighting in
that's
this scene,
Yeah,
this one was made in 2.0, and from my experience, what I can tell, it will be really impossible to do in old Minimator,
Yeah,
because
stuff like
I
this is
used
impossible.
I used a lot of light groups to correct my shadows, and because it's animated without light groups, it would be a torture to work with.
Yeah.
Also, the thing is that you can see a lot of gradient lights and shadow correctives, and they are all animated frame by frame.
Yeah, Tim likes to animate his lights. He likes to animate his lights to get what he wants.
Yeah.
I also do the
You
same
don't-
sometimes.
I always do it sometimes.
also,
every now and then.
Such ice peaks, this effect was possible
this
to
is
create only
Hispanic.
by using the SSS.
Yeah, stuff like
yeah.
this would not be possible in old Minimator, because like since stuff like SSS wasn't really possible in Bleed Light, you can only really do one way, nothing else. Something like what Tim did with the ice is straight up impossible. But in new Minimator, you can actually control SSS size, which allows for ice like this. You couldn't and you could do this now much better than you could do this in normal animator. Like you can do this, which is why I generally recommend 2.0 more. As a general, I do generally recommend 2.0 more. I said general way too much. I prefer 2.0 more because it allows you to do a lot more stuff that my old Minecraft you couldn't do.
Yes, that's it. Okay, I'm done. Dropping my mic.
Lighting is very hard, and also if you're still using Minecraft, it depends a lot on the program. It depends a lot of what your style is and what you want to do. Do I recommend 2.0 more? Obviously, but if you want to stick to old Minecraft, it's fine with you. Again, just depends on everything, but lighting in general is very hard, and it takes a lot to master, but you'll get it after a bit. You'll still suffer though, but you'll still suffer either way, but like you'll learn eventually. Anyway, I'm gonna get to editing.
I've spent 7 years to learn lighting.
I spent 8. I've been animating for like 8 years now. I've been animating for 8 years. I've been animating for 8 years trying to do this shit, and I've only started to get the hang of it extremely recently. So don't be sad if you can't like figure it out like quicker. Oh yeah, you have to experience the cool thing called screen space, because if you see here, my lighting straight up disappeared.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I got hungry.
I love screen space. Yippee! Why it had to be screen space, Timmy? Why'd you make us
meanwhile, Brandon in his mind.
Why did?
Wait. Meanwhile, Brandon in his mind.
What the fuck? What
the? bro, real time.
Please just switch
real time.
Mine already runs like shit. It wouldn't really change much.
Yeah.
Mine already runs like ass. Mine already runs like ass, so it wouldn't really change much anyway. Please just use screen space. It'd probably work better, and I'd probably be able. I wouldn't have to use 2 million lights. I wouldn't have to use like 2 million lights for my lighting. I might be. Actually, I got made fun of a lot for using so much for using so many lights, and it's fair, yeah. The reason why I do is just because we don't have what's it called? It's not screen. It's screen space, not like global. It's not global illumination. It will.
Yeah.
Since it only casts in one direction, I have to do so much just to get my lighting to look exactly how I want, which is why I use so many lights. But if it was actually like proper screen space, you can actually get around this and like use if it was proper global illumination, you can actually get around this and use like have the light cast in all directions, which will limit your lights. But unfortunately, we don't have that, so I have to stick to this because my mirror hates me.
Yeah, that's the reason I don't use the screen space features, because I want my image to be stable. Also, Will, me and Ice talking Russian. We're Russians, yeah.
Yeah, they're the Russian.
I mean, I'm British, but I most of the time lived in Russia, so yeah, I kind of count as Russian.
Hold on, where are you from?
I'm actually
What
from
are you?
England, usually.
Where?
Born in England, he lived there 2 years and then moved to Russia. So I'm most Russian, I guess.
Whoa.
Ты пиздец, блядь. Лежу в этой стране 17 лет, помогите.
Как я тебя понимаю, братишка.
Лежу 20 в марте будет, бля.
А, ты старше меня получается. Хотя, да, ты старше меня получается.
I don't have a Discord server just because I'm lazy and I don't want to manage all that, and also I don't think it probably would not last very long. So I don't have a Discord server for that exact reason. But I'd say there'll be other places that you can get like criticism from. There's some other places you can probably get criticism from, but I
have my own server, but it's really dead. But if you really seek for criticism and help, you can actually join my Discord server if you want. Can I send?
I would say Soup Bowl, but one, I don't trust a lot of the criticism you get there because some of the criticism sucks.
No.
Yeah.
So Bowl is a no.
Yeah, and also bars. Also, and also invites for Soup Bowl have been closed recently, so you can't even join even if you want to.
Yeah. Okay. Brandon, can I send the invitation to my server
I don't mind. Yeah,
to the chat?
I don't mind really.
Okay.
I would
Here.
recommend more. I'd also something else. I wouldn't for renders. I'd say this is more fine because it's what I do. But if you're doing lighting, like in editing, if you're doing lighting in renders, I recommend a lot more doing editing because editing also helps a lot with your lighting too. It's basically a profession. It's a profession for a reason. Because
yeah,
editing you can
that's
actually
true.
with editing you can add like a bunch of other final touches to get your lighting to look pretty much exactly how you want. I generally recommend. This does not stick to just Animator. Like editing really can go for any program really, and also could also vary for different programs. I use After Effects for my editing personally, but stuff like HitFilm is good for a. But stuff like After Effects is what I use After Effects personally. But if you want to use something like but something like HitFilm, I'd say is pretty decent for a beginner, I guess, because that's what I started in. My first editing program was actually HitFilm, or actually no, it was After Effects because I got access to it thanks to my school, and then I left After Effects because I couldn't do it. No, I don't use it. I don't use any editing. I don't use any editing for my renders unless I have to. But like most of the time, I just do it in Animator because like a principle I stand by with Animator, with at least editing, is I only edit if you can do it in Animator. Do it in Animator. I see no reason in doing lighting. I see no reason in doing editing in another I see no reason editing something that you can just do in Animator with I guess slightly more work.
I can
If you
agree
don't
with
have to
that.
edit it, then just don't edit it. Is just what I'm trying to say.
Like usually, what I do, if I do renders, I don't really need it to render.
I edit my
it
animations a lot because
since
it's
I
a
do
style I
it
want
as
to go
want.
for my because it's just I prefer generally just editing my renders over doing them in post than just keeping them raw.
Renders are usually not rendered that in you want to like do a complex render. Like wait, hold on. Let me find a Secret Santa gift I did for Star. So here's the done render, right? What I had to do is do like 3 or 4 separate renders. Oh, wait, it's 3, yeah. Since as I thought, the lighting would be looking really messy in one project.
Wait, let me show what he's talking about.
So like here's the full render, right? Looks nice, but what I had to do is do like 3 separate projects to make a lighting, since I think in one project the lighting would look really messy.
Yeah, and also the fact you don't have light groups either, so you can't take advantage of that either.
Yeah. So usually it's kind of like this.
After a
But
bit,
most
you
of the
kind
time-
of switching seems more like the more reasonable option. But if you can't switch for whatever reason, then sure. I would recommend switching more if you want to actually take advantage of the features instead of just trying to fake until you make it. It's after B, you can't really fake it anymore. You kind of just you can't really fake until you make it anymore. You kind of just have to kind of just bite the bullet and use it.
Yeah, usually. But I'm gonna masochist, so I'm still using pre-4.
You'll fight the urge to use pre-4 until you eventually have to cave in and use it.
I'm fighting for my soul for use pre-4.
I used my animator so much that I moved to Blender.
Now, realistically, the smarter option is not using my animator. Probably use Blender, but I'm buying into this program. Me and Noah, for instance, are buying into this program like crack. So I kind of have to. I'm staying basically in this program no matter what, even if I do have to use Blender. I am learning Blender. I've been learning Blender very slowly over the course of like maybe 4 years. I eventually will probably move. I don't think I will ever move to Blender, but I will probably use it more often. But in terms of like Minemaker stuff, I don't see myself leaving Minemaker for a while unless it actually pisses me off to a limit where I just can't use it anymore.
Oh, brother.
But most of the time I will stick to. I do know Blender, but I will stick to Minemaker more just because it's what I prefer. It's just what I
Until
generally
Minemaker are gonna be like an abusive relationship.
Yeah, Minemaker for me is.
Yeah.
Now, if you actually did move to, if you were smart, you did move to Blender. Mine is kind of a toxic relationship. It's like a toxic relationship.
I've been in this
True.
relationship for 11 years. Still.
So true.
I've used
So
Animating for
true.
9 years now, and I'm fine. But the cracks will eventually start showing.
Well, wait, hold on. You guys use Animator like more than me. Like I'm only
Yeah.
like 8 years, I think, or 7.
I've used it. I'm actually approaching 9. I'm using Animator since I was like 9 years old.
I'm approaching 11, so I'm kind of.
11, Jesus Christ.
I tried it first when I was 13, I guess.
I was 10. I used it first when. Wait, no, not 10.
God, I feel so dumb now.
It's fine. You can sit with grandpa's here.
Me and Bean and Brandon
Wait, wait.
will literally do anything but move to Blender, despite the fact that he's fucking more than capable of doing it.
I've learned I am morning. Okay, I'm not fully capable because like I know Blender.
No,
but
nobody is.
I'm just.
How do you think I felt when I first started using
Okay,
Blender? I moved over anyway.
I could move realistically, but I just choose not to because one, I prefer Minimator, and two, I'm not as good in animation as I am in like Minimator. I'm not as confident in the animation side of Minimator. I mean of Blender, so I just choose not to move just yet. When I feel more confident, maybe I'll start using more often. I don't see myself ever moving though. I'm too attached to Minimator to move. I'm gonna be so real with you.
Yeah, kind of same.
Holding yourself back, bro.
I am
As
kind
well,
of, but I
same.
find it more fun. So
well as I'm
it
attached
is
to-
what it is.
I mean, you
As
do
far as I'm
you, but
attached, I'm still limited.
you are holding yourself back very.
Trust me, if I feel like if I feel like I need to move, I will move. I am not. I do feel I can if I can. I'm like I'm like a cigarette. I'm like a smoker. I can quit when I want to. But no, I will.
Literally
If I
me.
want to leave Minimator, then I will. That is my like way I see it.
Literally,
But right
I
now I
remember
like
one-
Minimator too much to really move. So
I remember one video with a British man, like, "Why you drunk?" "I'm not drunk." Say it the time.
I'm not drunk.
I am
just
not-
prefer to be.
not
I just
drunk.
don't want to be sober.
I'm not attached to the anime.
I'm a bush. Why are you saying you're a bush? I'm a bush. If I'm not a bush, I'm not no one. Drunk guys are funny. And the thing that makes it more funnier is that I always like feel the same way when I'm drunk.
I've never been before.
I do it a lot.
I
For
haven't.
some reason.
Also, welcome back.
Never,
Jackson.
never do.
Yeah,
It's
I
a-
can agree with that. I'm
It's a
never
bad
gonna.
thing.
Yeah, I know.
That's great. That's great. That's great.
I
Based,
haven't even
based.
posted
So,
grid.
so based. God damn it! I suffer from it every day.
What's going
I'm
on?
about.
We finished our
we're
lighting
just-
tutorial. I'm now editing. Also, you remember that render that I was gonna do a bit ago? That like with you, me, Abby, and maybe Jordan.
Mhm.
I'm gonna finish that later. I was gonna actually use that as my way of teaching outdoor lighting, but I'm currently finishing up the collab part right now.
a render from a Brandon
Okay.
with myself. One day.
You were in my render. You were in the Hypixel render.
One thing, I don't
One.
know why. It doesn't even matter how hard you try.
Only one.
Tommy, tell me what to do.
Wait, here it is.
I'm not telling you.
Here it is. All done now. Anyway, new collab part
I'm
done.
not telling you what to do. I'm demanding you.
Are you male or are you female? I'm an email.
Fuck, I should be a bit quieter.
What is your gender? My gender? I'm a mechanic.
What is your gender? A fucking helicopter.
Attacking helicopter.
Oh my god.
So cursed.
What is going on?
Let me get my charger.
Okay. Oh wow. Oh wow. I'm outdoing myself here. Oh my god. I love the lighting I do.
Recache everything. I don't like doing this. One
There's
thing
two
I love
types of people.
I
don't
love
like
After
what I'm
Effects,
doing.
but
I like
oh
what
my
I'm doing.
god. I said this in another server. I love After Effects, but holy shit, it is the worst program I've also ever used at the same time.
I hate After Effects. It's so messy. God damn it.
It's one of the messiest programs I've ever used, but I'm literally I
Yes.
have to use it because I can't. I learned hit film does not really like do what I really
Doing
like,
what you
what I
want.
can do. With editing, it kind of holds me back, so I had to move over. I moved to After Effects, so because it would allow me to do what I actually wanted to like achieve with my editing. But I
Bro, I
hate
use
it.
CapCut. What
I
do you
wish
mean?
I wish I could stay back and hit film, but I can't at the same time because it's basically what I have to use it to stick with my style.
Bro, I use CapCut. What do you mean?
Dude, Lexa told me to use
Based.
CapCut, and I told
Based.
him, fuck no. I am never using CapCut ever in my life. I'll never use CapCut. CapCut's fine, but I will never use it for anything really. I will never use it for any official stuff. I use it for memes, maybe. I used it for a meme once, but that's like the farthest I'll go with using CapCut.
Most of the time I use Premiere.
I will not use
But
Premiere.
sometimes
I hate Premiere. Absolutely hate Premiere.
I hate
Never.
all Adobe products, bro.
But I mainly hate Premiere the most. I try using Premiere. So if any of you have seen Mega Collab, I was actually gonna edit that originally in Premiere, but my computer blue screened every time I did a minor change. So I just ended up giving up on Premiere and just using using DaVinci instead, which I more prefer DaVinci now. I prefer DaVinci now because it's just way more flexible. But just like I'm never using Premiere again just because of how horrible of an experience it was to use Premiere. I commend you if you can use it. I commend people who can use it, but will I use it? No.
Well, fair. Sometimes I use Blender for editing.
Yeah, I still use what's it? I still use HitFilm sometimes, but it's mainly for layout. Like if I need to lay out how I'm gonna edit something, then I'll use HitFilm. But most of the time, I will stick to just After Effects. I will mainly stick to After Effects for actual final editing, but mainly for small stuff. If I'm editing something like Welcome to Freddy, when I edited Welcome to Freddy's, I used After Effects for editing the individual parts, and I combined it all in DaVinci. So that way, because DaVinci is a lot faster, and it allows me to like combine my stuff a lot easier. So I use DaVinci because it's just generally better for me, and it doesn't drain my soul like Premiere did. I'm not using Video Shop. I'm not using Video Shop. I used to use Video Shop back then.
Windows Movie Maker.
Genius. Genius. Million IQ strat.
Nah, use Ivan 3D. Go back to the Ivan 3D.
Like a boss.
I'm about to.
Oh.
I remember one YouTuber.
Anyway, collab part finished.
Whose editing is very good.
Part.
I'm gonna work on it. So I remember one YouTuber who used to use Adobe After Effects for like 5 or 10 years. When he moved to DaVinci, he's like, "Oh my god, I love this fucking program."
I love DaVinci. I love DaVinci so much. I love DaVinci. I've used it a lot. I've used it a lot more as of recent, and it's like it was probably the greatest thing ever that I did move because DaVinci is just so good. I love DaVinci so much.
DaVinci is great.
It's more flexible than After Effects, I guess.
Yes, because
I would switch to it if I really wanted to, but the issue is just like I can't comprehend the fact that DaVinci is node-based editing instead of just slap the effect on and just play around with the settings.
Yeah, but you create one node and you use it multiple times.
Yeah. I would, if I really could, I would move to DaVinci more, but I'm stupid, and I don't know how to use all that, so I'm not switching over just yet. Maybe if I comprehend the node-based editing more, then yeah, we'll move, but right now, no. Anyway, I think this is done now. I'm gonna render this out, I'm gonna go get food, and I'm gonna go, and then I'm gonna work on that render, which will probably be the final thing I do on this stream. I'll work on this, I'll work on my render.
Okay.
Let me first open.
So now we take over the chat.
I love media, and also media encoder also sucks because sometimes it will either just what my media encoder does sometimes is it will on the very last like few frames. It actually happened a few times when I was working on this. Whenever it would go onto the last few frames of the animation, it will just straight up stop and just not render any further, and I never got an explanation why. It just would just stop, and it's the worst experience ever. It was the worst because it would just straight up just never work on me. So I hate media encoder, but I kind of like it a bit more than After Effects' native encode exporter, which I probably should be using more often, but I won't elaborate on that further. I'll close this now. Close this now because it renders faster. And now I'm gonna go get food. So you guys entertain the chat for a bit. I'm gonna go.
Okay. Phew. We can take over the chat now.
Guys can take over the chat. I gotta go in a minute or two here. I'm a partner.
Okay. Cringe.
Whatever, bro. I wanted to be here, but friggin' I kept caught up with family errands and this and that and yada yada. Makes me mad.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh, come on. I'm sorry.
It's fine. If you need to go, you can go.
Well, I'm not leaving yet, but
Oh my god.
My partner's rendered not so what can I do? Why didn't she close it?
Bless you.
You're welcome.
I just see one question in chat. Why did the chicken cross the road? Because it was running
Cause
from a
it,
British person with a knife.
cause it headless.
Because it's running from a Russian madman.
What?
Because it's running from a Russian madman.
Based.
Go away.
Don't worry, it's gonna be good.
Unfortunately.
Don't worry, Brandon, it's gonna get better.
Well, it's been good knowing you guys.
How?
Hello, bro. You're cooked.
Oh, hell no.
You're
We
cooked,
said a
tiny
lot
bro.
of stuff here. Don't worry,
Oh, hell
it's gonna
no.
get better.
Yeah, I said the N-word at least like 7 times.
Yeah. Okay, I should just send this screenshot on progress. So yeah.
Also,
be free with one of collabs.
the stream might end like earlier than I expected. I was gonna do like a I was actually going to do an extra part where I do a render, and I explain my lighting process. But I remember that my mom reminded me we're going somewhere in the pit. I completely forgot about that. So
Brandon, you forgot today's Ina Day.
yeah, I also forgot about that too, and I don't have time to make something anymore. So
Yeah, you suck. You spent the day streaming.
I'm so sorry. I wish I did. I actually
You
I
should
saw
be
your
very
render.
wasteful.
I saw your render and I remembered. I wish I did something for Ina Day, but I can't do it anymore.
You still have time.
I have to go.
Wait,
in a minute.
who's Ina Day?
Ina Day, you know
Oh,
that Ina.
Look
Look at 3D
It's a
Showcase.
fictional. Yeah.
Then 3D Showcase, you might remember them. Jay made them all of them a while back too. I might just use that. I might just do a render with that, honestly.
Don't be gay. Use mine.
Oh, okay.
I didn't
Okay, I have 1 minute to render the scene. Oh my god. Wait, I remember one day I asked Alexa to try to render my part into Budo. Do you wanna hear his reaction, like
How long
when
does
he
it take
saw
you?
how much?
How long
No,
is
no,
the
no,
render
no.
times?
No. How much like pointless he saw?
Okay. There's a fun challenge that you can do with your friends. Send them a project and see how long it takes them to render it. It's a very fun game. You'll get to see some very funny.
It's not a
render
fun
times.
game. That's just called being a Brandon. Use him
Shut up!
because he has a decent computer.
Shut up!
Brandon,
Motherfucker, you were literally rendering like 4 projects yesterday at once.
Yeah, true.
Don't worry about it. Don't.
Brandon, can I send you a project where 70.2 point lots are in the
It can't be
project?
that bad. Yeah, show it to me. It can't be that bad. I rendered. I used 30. I used 40 point lights once. You'll be fine. I'll be
Okay, I actually was joking, but if you want to.
fine. How many lights were actually in that project? I want to know.
Like 16 or 18 point lights
Okay.
in pre-4.
Oh,
Yeah.
never mind. That's horrible.
I mean, it works with my styles.
You literally use
No.
the me excuse. You use the me excuse of
No,
why I use so
no,
many lights.
no,
It just
no,
works
no,
with my
no, no.
style.
I mean, do you see my style?
Dude, why can't more artists just be like me and never have to use a single light in your life and your renders still come out good?
Unfortunately, that's just how my lighting just kind of does. My lighting is kind of like that, you know.
My lighting works like I do a lot of.
My
You know
lighting
what,
was
Brendan,
really
I dare you. I dare you. Your next render, I dare you to make one in my style without using a single light.
Okay.
Because that's what I always do. I never in my life, I haven't used a fucking light since like 2023.
All right then. You got a challenge. I'll do it probably tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow because I have another render I want to do before.
Boring.
Okay.
Also got homework
Here's
to
the
do.
challenge.
Boring.
Here's the lighting challenge I would
What?
recommend to you. Try to make a good looking render, like with a good lighting, without using the 3D software.
What?
What?
Hold on, let me send one.
What on
picture.
So
earth
you
was
want us
bro
to
cooking?
draw our lighting? Like,
What was bro
No,
cooking?
no. So first of all, you gotta. Hold on, let me translate this word. I don't know how to be on on English.
Shit,
I don't think bro understood what even he was saying.
bro did not understand
No,
what he was saying.
I understand it in Russian, not English. So okay, first of all, you gotta make your model out of plasticine
Okay.
What?
and
Play-Doh.
Uh,
Play-Doh.
Play-Doh. You gotta make your model out of Play-Doh and use a real lights, like in real life. Like you gotta buy a softbox, a light bulb.
So you want us to
I
take
don't
a
know.
photo?
Oh, you know what? Just make real
Yes.
life lighting.
Yes.
Go take a photo of how you're touching grass.
Good looking render without 3D software photography. No
Hell yeah.
way. I just shut my pants.
I didn't need to know that.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Oh, no
I
problem.
tried so hard.
You
Clearly.
get so far.
In the end, I can smell the fart. We are
Yeah, no, medium
doomed.
colors on is bullshit. I'm just gonna render it on After Effects. I can't take this anymore.
How about rendering all of the time? A little bit of rendering all of the time.
What the fuck?
Okay, that was an honest reaction. Bro's really afraid of rendering all of the time.
Yeah, every time I even see the concept of rendering I soil my pants and I instantly start crying in the corner of my room.
Bro?
I piss my
Wait,
pants.
I wonder how to scare Brendan. Wait, let me think of something. No, wait, no, I can't think of something.
Yeah, exactly. Know your place.
How dare you? How do you?
There was something that
How dare
can't
you
scare
speak
me
to your
though. There's
elders
one
like
thing
this?
that does scare me. Italians.
What is it?
Out and suddenly Italians. In what scenario
the
was that
fuck?
acceptable?
Corchetta.
Mozzarella.
Pizza, mozzarella,
The fuck's on my screen?
I don't know.
Among Us.
Where is David?
Who the hell is David?
Arthur could sing.
Who the hell is David?
Arthur could sing.
The only David I knew was from Soul Bowl. Was a funny guy.
Very
Didn't
funny.
he like
also.
steal rigs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stories
Oh my
for fun of
god.
them.
Ina. Amazing.
Yeah, After Effects is actually rendering unlike Media Encoder. I might genuinely stop using Media Encoder because it just does not. It refuses to render anything I do.
Oh wait, I forgot. Brandon, you're
Hmm?
actually in my animation, but you're dead.
Yeah, I'm just kind of dead. It just kind of be like that, you know.
You're kind of vibing.
It kind of just be like that, you know. Just happens.
Wait, I only understood. I used Brandon the second time in my animations, but he's still dead as well. In my Melanie Martinez shorts, his head is cut off, but in my clap part, he's been stabbed to death.
I feel like you're trying to tell me something.
Maybe.
Yeah, bro. Just because I don't put your renders, mean you have to have a vengeance on me. Damn.
Well, at least you're used. At least it's something.
At least it's better than nothing.
Better than nothing. Imagine.
Um.
Oh wait.
the definition of my animator render engine better than nothing.
It's not this one. I said Melanie Martinez.
I mean, I am in this one.
Oh my god, it's FNAF!
I think
It
I'm in
can't
this
be.
one. I think I'm this one. I actually
Fred, this is
forgot.
better.
I forgot.
No. You're not this one.
Oh wow.
Who the hell is Ice Kazuto?
I don't know. Some British nerd.
Yeah, you used the groomer, but you didn't use me. Wow, I see how it is.
What?
No, because Ice used
not in this
Kuro
one.
in their short, but they never used me. Two scenes
Oh,
they used
well,
Kuro.
no.
I want to add.
I forgot I haven't had your model.
You have a fun time. You have a fun time. You have multiple models to me. I want you. You have multiple. Oh, finished. I'm free.
Yeah.
It's done. I'm free.
You have not played the one short you are in.
I've
I'm gonna kill
I've
you.
used B&M Brandon's model properly only once.
Yeah.
And even that time, I turned him into Robin from
Look, here's you.
Go Titans.
Yeah, I remember
Titans
that one.
Go.
I can't forget that one. And then there was what did you use me in?
He puts his pants on one nipple at a time.
One nipple at a-
Hold on, let me. Wait. What?
I don't know. This is just. I think it's just me talking, but literally this is. What? I know. All right. This is still my favorite lighting from you.
I mean,
Thank
yeah,
you.
it's
Oh,
kind of
well.
fits.
No. This is some of my
I
favorite
think I'm
lighting
gonna
from you. I
make
don't
this
know
one
why.
day.
I don't know why this lighting appeals to me so much.
Probably because it's kind of a contrast, since ambient is like really dark reddish, and the lighting itself is blue.
I also like very soft lighting. I just generally like very soft lighting.
Yeah.
It's very ironic considering my style, but I'm just gotta be like that, you know. Anyway, I kind of have to leave now, for family reasons, but I guess I'll.
Joe
kinda do that.
Paslona.
Oh, I guess that will kind of be the end. That will be the end of stream for now. I might stream. I'm gonna try stream more often, but I have school, so don't expect that to be like.
Insignificant.
Oh, okay. Anyway, I'll try and stream more often. I don't know when, but I will probably try stream more often. I have school and other stuff to work on, so. And some of that stuff I can't exactly show, so I'm not sure I can make a live stream with it. I'll probably live stream more anyway, because it's probably a good way for me to like fill in my channel, because I'm gonna be very busy. So I need to find one way to what's it? I'll have to find someone to keep my channel active while I'm trying to work on other stuff. So we'll see how that goes.
You should totally trust that to me.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. Goshem is now my new
Wait,
channel advisor. He knows exactly
Brandon,
what to do.
until you leave,
What?
I have a question.
Yeah, what is it?
On the render, right? There's Aaron running with a sword. Is he trying to kill me or what?
What?
On the render with Hypixel, there's Aaron running with the sword aggressively.
He's not running to you. He's running to Star. He hates Star.
Oh.
What?
I thought
Why?
he hates me. I remember one.
He doesn't actually. No, he doesn't actually hate
game.
Star. It's like a joking hate.
Yeah, I know. I just remember when we played the Hunger Games, I kind of obliterated him.
Oh.
I
I mean, it
hate
could be
being
seen both ways.
Brandon,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It could work both ways.
and it's not a joke.
Oh man. He only joined my stream for clout. That's how it is. I see how it is. Banning you
Bro,
now.
Brandon,
Banning you now.
chat. Brandon plays Counter Strike. It makes him laugh.
Yippee!
That is not something you should be saying, Yippee, to.
Why again?
I don't know, just 'cause funny.
Anyway. I don't have much more to go over. So I also call it done for now. Thanks everyone for joining my stream. Everyone in the VC and also in the live stream chat. Thanks for joining. It was fun. I'll try streaming more often. Depends when I actually am able to, but I will try. And yeah, that's about it. Bye.
Good morning, fellas.
Goodbye.
Good morning.